My name is TJ Gamble, and this is Brewzle. But what does it actually take to get one of these in the state of Alabama?
So all told, we spent about $400, but this is what we got.
That's a good whiskey. There's a lot going on there. All right, we are live with our Orlando show. We even dressed for it.
We dressed for the
I brought my beach gear here. Jill's got her Mickey Mouse ears, which is exactly what we look like when we're in Orlando most of the time. I'm gonna kick back by the pool. We don't really do the beach in Orlando, obviously, because it's not a beach. But I will kick back by the pool with a nice hat, chill out for a little while, and we're gonna try all of the bottles we bought on the Orlando bourbon hunting video. Now, this is a little bit of a new stream for us. When we first started doing the bourbon hunting videos, we tried to try them at the end of the video, but everybody just quit watching.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as I popped a cork, everybody just left. So we figured, let's do them on a live stream. Let's crack them open. Let's try them for the first time here on a live stream. That way we can share them with y'all. Y'all can watch the video. If you have one of those bottles, you can grab it. You could crack it open. I've got a box here, and I apologize if anything's missing from the box. I just threw everything in the box. Y'all recommendation was get a box from the liquor store. Don't worry about some fancy bottle holding device. So I got a box. Nice Woodford Reserve box.
Yeah, nice box.
There is at least one bottle in here. I don't know where it came from.
I'm sure.
I don't think I bought it. I don't think I bought it on this trip. And I know there's one missing. But the one missing is one we already have. It's fine. It's Eagle Rare. I had to send one to somebody. It broke. So they got the one out of this haul. But we also have a special bottle. It's a pretty special bottle.
It's a special bottle.
And I don't like... This is where we're at in life, folks, and I apologize. It's not. I'm not trying to brag. I'm just trying to share with you our clout level at this point. We buy and/or obtain bottles that I would just be drooling over historically, and I forget I even have them, or I forget where they come from, because our storage has gotten out of hand. The amount of bottles we're acquiring with the
totally out of hand.
We're over 500 now, easy. There's like a whole room behind us full of bottles. And so the moonshine is missing too, because I think Will took them both. Like, I don't know where it went. Like I haven't been able to find looking for it. There with the $4.99 super chat was one who suggested the first shop you went to, Tom, the owner. Tom was a good time. We had a great time hanging out. Tom was the one that gave us all the samples.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The first store.
Yeah, I don't know what y'all got because
She was doing that.
I was in Disney while y'all were hunting.
Y'all hit the like button for me. Let's get this thing started off right. I'm just going to start grabbing bottles out of here.
Oh, thank you, Laurent. Jill's too cute.
Yes.
I'm cuter with my Mickey ears on.
Yes, she has. Normally, her really large ears are covered by her hair.
Ooh, he's starting it off with a Thomas.
We ain't even started drinking it.
Starting it off.
All right,
with
what are we
Thomas.
going with? Let's go with this one first. So we'll go through our haul. Should we, y'all let me know, should we go through all the bottles and then start trying them, or just pull them one at a time and try them? I like that one. I like just pull them out and try them.
Okay, also though, I have a question about this one, because this one's the one in Utah, right?
Yes, and we're going to be in Utah
We're
in a few
going to be
weeks.
in Utah, and he doesn't think we should go to the distillery.
I didn't say that. I just said maybe
I think we should.
I should hit them up and maybe do a barrel pick while we're there.
Well, yeah, but even if we can't do that, would you guys like to see that in the video? Just going to a distillery?
Jordan Brooks says High West is just MGP. I think they're making their own stuff now, Jordan. I could be wrong. But I don't know if any of their own stuff is actually coming out. But I could be wrong. This does say bottled by High West Distillery. So it does not say it is distilled. So it is a beautiful bottle, though. Hand-blown glass. Fantastic.
Yes. My shirt is from Old Fourth.
Oh, yeah. We did a barrel pick with
Shortbarrel.
them. We did a pick with Old Fourth Shortbarrel last weekend.
Yeah, Kyle said he took his shirt with him, too.
I didn't get a shirt. They don't have shirts for fat people.
Oh, my goodness.
I got it right here. But that was fun. That was a good time. Now there's several different types of barrel picks. Yeah. There is we have it at a facility, at a restaurant, something like that. There is we have it in an office at the distillery. And there's let's go into the Rick house and just crack some barrels open and see what happens.
Yeah.
I prefer the going into the rick house. It's hot, it's sweaty.
It was very hot.
You're going to stink. You're going to drink way too much whiskey, but it is the most fun out of all of them.
I will say that too, because I've only been to 2 that you've been to, and the first one was like the sit down in the restaurant, more kind of, formal.
Yes, very formal.
And then at Old Fourth and Shortbarrel, we just kind of went in there, and that was so much fun. We had a blast.
We're not formal people. That was, and we picked some really nice whiskey. So we actually ended up getting 3 barrels. We bought a 6-year-old Jim Beam barrel that tastes very much like it could be a Booker's batch. We got it was a Green River Rye, which they're not even releasing at this point. That was really, really good. And then we bought a short barrel toasted cask strength that was just like a stone fruit bomb. It was just like a apricot peach bomb. It was like, it is.
I had to fight hard for that one.
Well, you had to fight because there were 2 of them.
Yes.
And one of them had a little more oak, and I wanted to blend them and just have 400 bottles so everybody gets one. And she's like, no. Let's be very exclusive and only have a couple of 100 bottles.
No, I just was going for the one that tastes the best.
Yeah. Well, Old Granddad 114, I thought it was a little higher end than Old Granddad 114, but it kind of had, it was, we're going to call it OTJ 119. It's 119, instead of OGD, it's going to be OTJ. Sean with the $1.99 super chat. Leave a like, people. Appreciate it, Sean. Keep pumping those likes. Let's get some, it helps spread the word, gets other folks in here. Grab us a couple of Glencairns. I'm looking forward. I've had some stuff from High West. I've had their Rye. I've obviously had Midwinter Night's Dram, but I've never had their regular release bourbon here. So looking forward to that. And then we've got, what we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got like 7 more bottles we're going to try.
Anybody that just pops on, they're going to be like, what in the world?
Why is he wearing a hat? Why
is
she
she wearing Disney ears? And why has he got a beach hat on?
Of course, that's half my comments on my videos is they don't understand the joke because it's the first video they've ever seen. Yeah, so I think the short barrel is a blend of Green River Bardstown, but it's older. I want to say it's like 6 years old, 6-year-old Green River, which is older than what Green River is releasing. And what short barrel's doing with their toasting, I hate even describing it as a toasted barrel because toasted barrel, like any toasted barrel you've ever had, is going to have certain characteristics of kind of oakiness to it. And this is just not that. Like it is a very fruit forward, like there's not any over oakiness. So it doesn't taste like a toasted barrel to me, like what you would think a toasted barrel would taste like. It is so much different and better than that.
There's a lot of questions on whether this is
a lot of questions on whether it's MGP or not.
Yeah.
I know they were sourcing at one point, but I don't know if they are currently.
I guess we can ask them when we go see them.
You think we could ask them?
Well, isn't that a question you could ask them?
So I'm trying to work on the rating system a little bit. So I filmed a bunch of reviews today. We're going to start doing quick reviews for patrons only, and we'll use those in the mobile app, which has made some progress as well. We'll talk about the Bourbon Hunting mobile app here in just a bit, but I'm trying to narrow it down to like 4 stars, 5 stars, like a really simple rating system. What do you think about this one, Jill? What? What's the proof on it?
Low.
They're still sourcing, Jordan Brooks says.
Okay.
Your opinion is low?
No,
the proof?
The proof is low.
It actually drinks kind of hot though to me. I'm getting a little burn on it, but I don't get a ton of flavor.
Yeah, I don't get hardly any flavor.
Yes, I think it's 96 proof. That looks like.
Yeah.
This is okay. This is, I would say, in my rating scale, I was doing 1 star is like, no, that's awful. Don't drink that. I would never even try that bottle again. 2 being, it's all right. There's some things going on, but I couldn't recommend anybody actually going to buy it. 3, some folks might like that, but it's not my jam. It's not what I'm looking for. 4 being, I like that bottle, I would buy it. And 5 being, I would go out of my way, stand in line to buy the bottle. So with those definitions, how many stars? And you can give them half stars.
I would say 3.
You would say a 3. Like some folks might
Somebody
like it, but it's not
this,
your
it's
jam.
not my jam.
Yeah.
And I don't get, well, maybe, okay, I don't know. It's like the perfect marriage of honey nugget, sweet
Honey
corn,
nuggets?
cornbread biscuits, and lemon zest.
Is that what it says?
Yeah, with
God.
caramel apples and pecan pie lingering on the. I don't get any of that. Like none of that. I don't know.
I mean, I get a little lemony. Like
Maybe
I just
some
that's
lemon.
not. Yeah. No. Okay. So I would say
3.
I would probably say 2.5 in that. Like I think some folks would like
Yeah.
it, but like not a lot of folks. Not a lot of folks. 2.5 or 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's. So y'all let me know. Do y'all like High West, just a regular bourbon, or anybody here a fan of that?
Do they have other types?
Oh, they have all sorts of stuff. Like
Okay.
Midwinter Night's Dram's really interesting.
Oh,
I thought
okay.
the Barai was interesting when I had it. That's been years ago, though.
Okay.
But they have quite a few things.
So is this just like
this
their
is their
regular...
this is like their cheap bourbon.
Okay,
Their
okay.
lower end. I don't think it was cheap, but
Because we have several bottles of High West back there that we obviously...
we got a couple of Midwinter Night's Drams
that
for
you
sure.
obviously have drank because I got empty bottles.
Yeah, I think one of them was the Dram, one of them was the Barai. Bourbon is mid, not a
Yeah.
fan of any High West. Bought the high proof stuff, didn't get cherry. Pick up the new Barai. I'll definitely keep an eye out for that. Double rye, okay. Calumet Farm 16, gonna miss it. Grab you another one, there's plenty out there. It's mixing with Coke. Okay, beats Crowning Coke. We might have to try
have to try
that
that.
one night. Slide that one to the side, Jill. You want to grab fresh? Let's give everything a fresh Glencairn.
Oh, okay. I just
Make
rinsed
it.
mine out, but okay.
What else is next?
I don't
I'm going to save that one till later. Ooh, this one's going to be interesting. Redwood Empire. This is the bottled in bond Grizzly Beast straight bourbon whiskey, 100 proof right
Grizzly
here.
Beast.
A lot of folks have been giving us recommendations on Redwood Empire. And I bought a Redwood Empire Lost Monarch, which I liked. I thought that was a good bottle of whiskey. I have not tried this one ever. So I think Redwood Empire with a little higher proof is going to be kind of fun. What's up, Rainbringer? Spencer from Los Angeles. Do a hunting video out there sooner or later. Sooner or later. It'd probably be next year before I make it to Los Angeles. We do have a trip planned where I might be I'm going to run through Chicago, but I'm not doing a bourbon hunting video there. I'm going to come back and do that one later because we got some special stuff we're working on in Chicago. But we're going to maybe do South Dakota. We're going to do Utah. We're going to do Colorado. Maybe hit some other states around there
Wyoming?
while we're out there. Maybe. Watch it tonight at the gym, Tanner says with the $4.99 Super Chat. Sip a strong
Working
one
out.
for you. Will do. This is going to be a good one right here. I'm expecting a lot out of this Redwood Empire. The way everybody's been hyping it up, this is either going to be good or it's going to be a disappointment. You don't have to drink it all just because I poured it. Kentucky in the house. Ricochet, what's going on?
Chicago.
When I do Chicago, I am going to do Malort. But we're going to, Chicago's not going to be on this trip. I just have to, I'm going to the Bourbon Junkies thing, Pours in the Park. And then I'm leaving from there and picking up Jill and the family in Chicago. And then we're going to drive out to Utah.
Yeah, we're going to fly to Chicago.
Yeah. Redwood Empire's Pacific Northwest. Is this Washington or something like that? California.
Have you tried the
Sonoma
High West
County, California.
campfire? That sounds good.
I have tried a campfire. That actually was good.
Okay.
That actually was good. That one was, I tried that one at Willett. When we did the Willett pick, they had like a bar. They did the picks at a house, and they had like just an open bar. Folks could bring bottles. And I'm pretty sure the campfire was the one we tried there. And that was just like cinnamon and graham cracker. It was actually really nice. Jason from Gulf Shores in the house. I'm going to try Malort. I've never tried Malort. We weren't too long.
Not too long ago.
I haven't tried Malort, but I've been intentionally avoiding it for the Chicago video when I actually go do it. I've done a little hunting in Texas. I'm going to be in Austin in September. I will do a hunt in Austin in late September, for sure. Saw this the other day and it was $100. I don't remember what I paid for this one. I really don't. You watch the video, it probably says. What are your thoughts?
I
Yep.
think I like this one.
You think I was about to say you're not liking anything tonight? It's definitely better than the High West.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
There's definitely more.
What's on my
going
head?
there.
This is my hanging out in the sun hat. This is we're drinking everything from Orlando. She got on her Mickey ears. I've got on my hanging at the pool hat. You know, I'm even wearing like a fishing shirt. Like we're set here.
We came dressed for the part tonight.
Yes, we are ready.
I should have had my Disney shirt on, but I was trying to represent Old Fourth and Shortbarrel because they gave us such a awesome time on Saturday.
What's happening, Unbottled?
Thank you, Kim. She loves the ears. I have really a hard time picking out which ones I was going to wear tonight because I have a lot of them. But this one kind of was the only one that really matched my shirt.
All right, out of 5 stars. This is definitely, I think it's better than a 3, which
Yes.
is like some folks will like it, but it's not my jam. I don't think I would stand in line for it, so it's not a 5. So 4 would be, I like the bottle. I would buy another one. I'm going to give that 3.75 stars.
I'm going to do 3.5.
You think so? 3.5? So you like it,
I
but
mean-
just not your, you think a lot of people would like it, but it's not quite you would buy a second
it's
bottle.
likable. I just
I think
don't
that's a
know
good
if
bottle.
this is not one that I would be like, TJ, we've got to find another bottle of this.
Well, that's more like 5 stars,
Oh, okay.
right? 5 stars is like we will go out of our way. If we got to drive to Atlanta to grab another one, we will.
Yeah.
4 stars is more like, as soon as this is done, I'll go buy another bottle. You don't think it's there, then? Okay.
I'm not there. But I would drink it if someone had it, maybe, or, yeah.
Salad with the $10 super chat. I'm not even going to say the whole name. Just going to elbow me if I say the whole name. Just got my new Brewzle, Glen Cairn. Thanks for inspiring me to start my whiskey journey. I appreciate the support and hope you enjoy that, Glen Cairn. I'm the Dave Portnoy of bourbon. Like 60-second pizza reviews. Is that what we're going for here? Do you prefer Russell 13 or 10? If you would have asked me a month ago, I would have said the 10. But my 13 is not wonderful, but I've had a couple that are fantastic. But 10 is so good. But the good, I think batch 1 and batch 3 of Russell's 13 is just out of this world because of the proof.
Yeah, Smokey, that's right. It ain't no Frey Ranch.
What?
But it ain't no Frey Ranch liquor lineup pick.
Well, here's the problem. So, the Sean with the $1.99 super chat, almost 700 people, only 93 likes. Man,
Come
that's
on.
shameful, but I appreciate the 700 folks.
Yes.
So Frey Ranch, man, I can't keep up. Stoned with the $2.79 Canadian super chat. Blanton's Gold Rick 50 for $230. That's a lot of money, but Blanton's Gold's really hard to come by. I like it. So if you need it to round out your bar, if you've got a lot of whiskey, sure, and 230 is not too much for you. If you're just getting into whiskey and you've just got a few bottles, you've just tried a few bottles, that's a lot of money. You could get a lot of nice whiskey for that. Appreciate the membership there, Jason. So the Frey Ranch, the first Frey Ranch cash strength we got was the liquor lineup pick in Vegas.
Yeah.
And that was a 5-star.
5.
5-star.
Yes.
I'll drive to Vegas maybe to give them
Yes.
a bottle of that. It's good. We just got another cash strength from them, and it's like 3.5 stars.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good bottle, but it's not anywhere near that elite tier of the first one. So apparently, small distillery, apparently there's a big discrepancy. So we might have been tooting that horn a little too hard. We might
I
have
don't
been.
think so. No.
But the bottle
I
we
don't
had
think
was
so.
worth those accolades
Yes.
for sure.
Absolutely.
Yep.
The liquor lineup pick from Vegas or wherever that area we were at,
Yep,
it was insanely good.
for sure.
The last one was still good. It just wasn't on par with that pick. But
Yeah,
it's still
no,
good.
you're right. It's still good.
I still
Still a
toot
good
their
bottle.
horn.
Mike Godwin with the $9.99 super chat just cracked our first Blantons. You're an inspiration to Urs. I can't even say
You
it.
can't even talk.
I was going to say us, sir, and I just made it
Urs.
Urs. It's just Urs. It's just blended together now. Kansas City salutes me.
You.
Us. It's a collective you.
We love Kansas City. Well, you haven't been to Kansas City, have
I have
you?
not.
I've been to Kansas City.
Jill
I have
travels a lot
friends
more
in
than I
Kansas
do.
City.
Bob with the $1.99 super chat says, we need a barrel pick video. It's coming. So, Bob, we filmed most of the barrel picks to this point. We are waiting till the barrels are actually ready to release the video. So, because it was tied to Talladega, the Clyde Mays barrel pick is out. We've got, obviously, the first barrel pick we did. It's come and gone. It's out. I did some in Louisville. That video is sitting about ready, waiting for some of those barrels to be ready. We filmed this one last Saturday. That one will be coming. We've got one down at Crittenton's that's filmed. I just want to release the video once the whiskey's ready for folks. So we're just waiting on that. So again, we're saying this one's better than the High West.
Yes.
All right, so slide that one over. Let's grab some fresh Glens. If you want to rinse them, no. We got plenty of whiskey. So we got this one. We're not going to open this one. I did get this guy, but we know what that tastes like. If we really wanted to try it, we could open it back there. That doesn't even count. That doesn't even count. All right, what do we got? We got some small bottles. Ooh, look at here. Spirits of the Apocalypse, the Walking Dead whiskey.
Okay.
Matt at ADHD Whiskey. I remember him saying good things about this bottle, and I walked into that store, and they had like a case or a case and a half of these that have been sitting around for who knows how many years. They can't be still making this crap. So we bought it, and we're going to give it a try. It appears as though there's like a bloody fingerprint right over the thing there. It's like it's The Walking Dead. So it looks like it's 90-something proof. I can't see. You tried E.H. Taylor bottle, and Mom wasn't a huge fan. Interesting, Norton. It's not for everybody. Most people like it, though.
Thomas Boyd said he just talked a local bar out of a bottle of Weller 12 and foolproof. $300 out the door.
12 and foolproof for $3. Yes, that's a good buy there. Will you run off any of the bourbon picks you've been enjoying, like barrel picks? You talking about enjoying drinking or the ones I've been enjoying doing? Hi there, $4.99 Super Chat. You ought to do a nice metal Glencairn. Not sure what happens, but all mine crack or get dropped. Maybe an indestructible one. Let me see. I'll see if I can. Our supplier can provide those with our logo on them. That actually is a good idea because I break one a week. It seems like.
Yeah, I just saw one in the.
It's in the dustpan. Yeah. Chris with the $5 Super Chat. Is the barrel pick going to be available to all patrons? Yeah, so it's going to be tiered on the patron list, right? So the highest tier will get it first, and then it'll move down. They'll probably have an hour, half an hour. We'll figure out the timing on that. The highest tier, and then it'll move down. But realistically, we only have 200 or so patrons, so most people will have a chance at a lot of the barrel picks. And we've got a ton. Like we've got, what have we bought? 12 or 13 barrels so far that are still waiting to come, and we've got 2 more picks. So you're going to have a lot of opportunities. You may not have an opportunity if you're on the very lower tier for every barrel for like the really desirable ones, but you should have a chance on a lot of whiskey because I expect 2 or 3 a month to be dropping once they start rolling in. Joining you with some Four Roses single barrel, Despite says, with the $2 Super Chat. Appreciate it, Despite. What do you think? Did you try this one?
Yeah.
You didn't like it?
The first sip was very unpleasant. Second one was not as unpleasant, but
it's not as unpleasant.
I'm not a fan of that. I don't know. There's something.
It's a little harsh around the edges.
Yeah, there's some very dusty peanut.
Acts like it tastes like a Jim Beam.
Dusty peanut.
It tastes like a Jim Beam.
Woo.
It's Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, but it does kind of taste a little bit like a Jim Beam. I don't dislike it though.
Okay.
I don't love it.
I see Uncle Nate agrees with me.
It's trash.
It tastes like a dusty peanut.
Yeah.
That's not for me. That's a 2.
I think okay. So you're like you don't think many people would like that at all.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay.
But maybe I'm
going to agree with you. It's not
people like dusty peanut.
It's not a 4.
Taste.
It's not a 4. It's not a I want another bottle of it. I probably put it. I guess I'm being too nice. I'd say 2.75 stars, so a little less than a lot of people would like it. It's definitely a niche thing.
I'm sure somebody would.
Well, we're gonna find somebody. Every time somebody comes over, they're gonna try that until I find somebody that likes it. Calvin bought a Jack Daniel's Sinatra Select for $170. The whiskey is good, but not at that price. Ben said it's a cool piece of whiskey history to have. So Jack Daniel's Sinatra is just what Jack Daniel's used to be in like the 80s and 90s and before, right? It's just higher proof, a little older aged Jack Daniel's, or I think they do a little something to it to make it seem a little older aged. But like that's not 5 or 6 times the price. Like they shouldn't do that. So it's definitely marked up for the name they put on the bottle. And if I were Jack Daniel's, I would just release Sinatra Select in a normal bottle. I mean, call it whatever. Call it Jack Daniel's Plus or, old school JD. We call it OSJD.
Old school JD.
I would buy it. If you charge me twice what a normal Jack Daniels costs, I would buy it all day long. Yeah, I mean, with the 3 proof membership, appreciate that. What have we got next?
Smokey was asking how to become a Patreon, but I think someone answered his question.
Yeah, they should be dropping links in here. This is Russell's Reserve Single Barrel Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey at 104 proof. Okay. Gio with the $1.99 super chat. Appreciate the support. This is where it starts getting serious. I'm expecting a lot out of this one. I don't think I've ever had a Russell's Reserve Rye, any of them. So I had a choice in that store. He had this one, and he had another Russell's Rye that was a lower proof. And I think it was a 6-year-old rye. And the store owner, Tom, he's like, this is the one. So we bought this one.
Just a tiny bit.
You don't have to drink it, Jill. It's
have
hard
to
to
drink
just
it,
pour a
girl.
little bit.
Hand me a napkin, because you ain't got to spill it, Thomas. You ain't got to spill it.
Oh,
You ain't got to spill it, Thomas.
this is pretty good rye. Oh, it smells good. Ryes are growing on me. I feel like I'm growing up as a bourbon aficionado or a whiskey aficionado. I'm starting to find more and more ryes. And ryes I don't think I would have liked 2 years ago, I'm starting to like. Some finished whiskeys I'm starting to really enjoy. But the problem is most of them out there just suck. And so you try a bunch of them when you're first getting started and you form an opinion, but realistically you just have bad ones. Icy with the $5 super chat. I tripled my whiskey selection since I started watching your channel, sipping on Knob 12 as we speak. That's an excellent one, and I apologize for my bad influence on your bank account. Yammy with the $5 super chat. Just tried the new Riff Bottle and Bond, and it's fantastic. Have you had a chance to try? I have not had a chance to try it. I have not seen a new Riff Bottle and Bond. Thoughts on Widow Jane? Again, it's got a lot of George Dickel in it, the 10-year anyway, but it's still good. I still like it. It's not something I buy a lot of, though. This is an apple pie bomb there, Riot Maker says.
Spillway says it's going to make you a Scotch drinker.
Okay, we're going to do it. I'm down.
Good.
I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go to Mississippi. We're going to hang out with the Mississippi sippers and shooting a video of Scotch lovers try to make me a Scotch drinker or maybe something. We're going to figure out a good name, but it's going to be a whole video around them trying to convince me to like Scotch. Okay. Geo, so far the only bourbons I've actually enjoyed are Buffalo Trace, Four Roses, Old Forester. So you like sweeter stuff. I don't know what all you've tried. Coyhill Hazmat for $3.99 tricks. Yeah, I would buy that. So let's see, go back. Buffalo Trace, Four Roses, Old Forester. What's the next buy? Have you had a Wild Turkey 101? It's not going to be as sweet fruit forward as those, but I would try that. Easy to get. Try that one. Let me know what you think about it. Have you tried it? Mm-hmm. What do you think?
It's my favorite so far.
And this is the most available one. That is a nice, soft, sweet rye.
There's something about that I like.
It's very rye, though. Like, I'm still tiptoeing into the very rye.
Yeah.
I'm still I gotta have my training wheels on. I gotta have my bourbon forward ryes, and this one's very much more rye.
Yeah, this one is not as sweet as I like most.
Sweet. It's not as caramel. It's definitely sweet, but it's not as caramel.
Yeah. It's
like
Michter's spicy. There's a spicy.
Yep. Well, that's rye. Yeah, rye spice. Okay. Michter's is a nice sweet whiskey. Michter's would be an excellent one to try next there as well. It's a little more caramel forward to me than sweet, fruity forward.
But that's pretty good.
That's good. I do like that one. Not my favorite rye. Not even close, but good. Hi there. You should smoke that Weller cigar with all of these. We already smoked that sucker. That sucker got smoked right away. But you're right. Jill would kill me if I smoked in the house, though. Ichiban with the $5 super chat. Watching you guys got me into bourbon, and I haven't turned back. Tried out a high rye bourbon from a local distiller, J.J. Pfister, and man, it's good. I have to check that out. I haven't heard of that one. Never heard of that brand before. All right, we are working our way through this bottle. We have 4 bottles left in here, Jill.
Okay. Chat just went fast.
Chat is moving fast. We apologize. We can't keep up with all of them, but we do our best. This is Cooper's Craft 100, which I've had before, and I liked it. I don't have it on the bar here. I have a Cooper's Craft, but it's like the 90 proof. But I thought this one was worthy of having in the selection.
It doesn't matter if we have the letters, right?
No, the letters are fine. We're not doing the blinds tonight. Now we're getting the last few bottles here that I've got after this one have some pretty high expectations. We got a surprise bottle in there. The bottle, I don't know where it came from. Like, I don't remember.
I don't know where it came from.
Because it's a nice bottle. Somebody probably gave it to me, and I probably owe them a big thank you, and I just do not remember where it came from.
You got to start writing things down.
I need a notebook, a really thick notebook.
Okay.
What I need is a bourbon app to make notes when I add it to my selection, and that's what I'm working on, and we'll talk about that here in a minute.
You do need that.
We're working on it. We made some progress, a little bit of progress.
Little progress.
So we'll talk about that.
A little bit.
Don't drink whiskey whatsoever, but I'm a huge fan. Jay Franco, appreciate it. You're welcome to hang out anytime. Don't let us be a bad influence. Don't start drinking whiskey on our account. Just hang out. Have a good time.
I only drink whiskey on Mondays.
She only drinks whiskey on Mondays. We did just get a wine sponsor, and we went through a couple of those bottles this weekend, though. She helped me with that.
We went through one bottle.
No, there's 2 empty bottles.
Well, then you
There's a white and a red.
Okay.
I drink the red, you drink the white. Oh, Peerless is excellent. I don't know what 4 O's is, but Peerless is good. Extremely disappointed with Jack Daniel's rye. The Jack Daniel's barrel strength rye, thought that was pretty good. Peerless, the problem with Peerless is the cost is all over the place. Like, I see it for like $50, I see it for $120. Like, I don't know. It's kind of pricey. But for a small distillery, like, everything's kind of pricey. That smells delicious. Hold on, we got to kick somebody out real quick. We're just gonna get rid of this guy. And he gone. See ya. Wouldn't wanna be ya.
Unless he was just kidding.
Well, that's not a funny way to kid, so he'll learn that lesson the hard way then, won't he? Just got into bourbon and found your channel. Love the videos. Keep it up. Appreciate that, Steedley. My favorite right now is the Jack Daniel's Barrel Strength Limited Edition from 2020. Number 1, love that one. I don't think you've tried that one yet. Well, you did try it. That one is good. After that, Michter's Barrel Strength.
You beat Will to it, so he was thinking the same thing. So okay, y'all were right. This was interesting.
Okay. This is a pretty cheap bottle. I don't remember what it costs, but this is pretty regularly available and affordable.
I mean,
I think it's made by a major distillery here or something. Just Brown Forman, is that what that says? Yeah, it's a Brown Forman. So that makes sense.
I don't know. There's something about it I like, but then there's something that's...
So Brown Forman is going to make
about
some
it.
bottles you might have recognized, like Jack Daniel's.
Yeah, but there's something about this one. It's a little weird.
Okay.
I don't know.
You finding everything a little weird tonight. I love Steely. I love Rare Breed. It's a good bottle. Just got 2 bottles of Blood Oath Pack 9. I don't think I've tried Pack 9
But you're
yet.
right, it smells delicious.
It smells delicious. I think it tastes pretty good too. Like, I don't think we rated that Russell's. We didn't give it a star. I'd probably still put that Russell's at like 3.5.
Yeah.
Not a bottle I'd buy another one of because there's so many good ryes on my shelf right now. But good bottle. This one, like, if we're not considering the price, that's probably like a 3.5 bottle too. Like, that's just a really good bourbon.
It's pretty good.
Above average, good quality bourbon. Some folks would like it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I have not tried Rare Breed Rye. It's on my list though.
Some folks
on
would
my
definitely
list.
like that.
I need to try it. That is on my list. I'm gonna have to do it. Oh man, I even got my beach water jug with me here.
My beach water jug.
I'm trying to get away from colas. Trying to get away from those Dr. Pepper Zeros.
You did really well. You've been a whole week, right?
I did drink one today. Sorry.
Oh man.
It was a stressful day.
I was gonna brag on you.
It was stressful. I completely good until today.
Oh my goodness.
But it just, yes, sorry, I screwed up.
Never mind.
Here's a rye I have a lot of expectations for. This is Templeton.
Templeton.
This is a Templeton 10-year rye. 10-year
years.
Templeton.
Wow.
It's got a very nice looking bottle, and I have never had this one. I think I've had a Templeton rye. I could be wrong. I don't think I own a Templeton. I don't know. I don't even know what I own. Who knows what I'm gonna quit guessing until we get the app done. I'm gonna quit guessing because I can't remember what I own and what I don't.
Are you gonna put all your bottles in the app?
Yes, every one of them will be in the app. I mean, all bottles in the world are going to be in the app. That's what we're going for. We're not going to get that, but we're going for it.
There's a lot of bottles in the world, babe.
I know. There's a lot of people.
Is that MGP?
I don't know. A lot of folks said buy some Templeton. It's 10-year-old whiskey. Let's see here. See if I can turn my light on, put my eyes on here. Distilled in Indiana. So I'm going to say yes, more than likely this is a 10-year-old MGP rye. It's got a really nice color. Brewzle, the Woodford Double Oak store pick is my favorite. So he bought a store pick on one of our travels. I think it was in Kentucky the first time we were there for the Derby. And he really likes that one. This one again is very rye forward, but oh, okay, that's dusty. Like it just tastes like rye and dust. You don't like it?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay, Jill's struggling.
Yeah.
Jill's struggling. You need to
Struggling
find something
tonight.
similar to you're not going to find a whole lot similar to a Woodford Double Oaked. Like that is just so uniquely oaky and vanilla. It's kind of crazy. You were distilled in Indiana 43 years ago, where you made it MGP. It's a $70 bottle. Are you talking to me? This is $70. I don't remember what this is. I think this was more than $70. Yeah, so MGP, now known as Ross and Squibb, Midwest Grain Products. They're one of, if not the largest, like sourced or sources of whiskey. They distill a ton of whiskey. They're in Indiana. You know, Indiana's basically Kentucky, like lower Indiana's basically Kentucky. So similar climate, age is very similar. And a lot of brands that don't make their own whiskey get it from MGP. Like that's just kind of for those that may not know. MGP makes a lot of really good whiskey. Now I get disappointed when I see it. So you'll see me in the bourbon hunting videos. I come across something like that's MGP. I don't want to buy it. Doesn't mean it's not good. It's just I got so much. Like 30 or 40% of the bottles I own are probably sourced from MGP, and I just don't want another MGP bottle if there's a bottle sitting there that somebody else made that I haven't been able to try before. That's really, I just don't, like, do I just get another MGP, somebody else's expression of an MGP? Now, a lot of places, I don't know if Templeton does it, but a lot of places will buy MGP and then move it to their facility and age it. So they might be aging it in Virginia or Atlanta or Texas or wherever. And so it just because it's MGP doesn't mean it tastes the same as those other bottles I've got. It could be very, very different, but it's still MGP. Gentry, approved membership. Appreciate the support there, Gentry. What do you think?
That is solid.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. It's
It
growing
is
on
just
me.
dust and
It's very dusty.
that first taste is I just tasted all dust and rye. That tamed down on the second taste
Yeah.
there a little bit. I think I like that just a hair better than the Russell's Reserve,
Yes.
though.
I like it better than
Everything.
I think everything so far.
So
Yeah.
you like it just keeps getting better.
Yeah.
The more we drink, the better they get. That's usually the game that no two barrels taste exactly the same. You're right, OG Brick. But really, if you're blending, like the goal is for them to taste similar. But you're right. No two barrels of whiskey are going to taste exactly the same, for sure. But if they're aged in different places, if they're finished different, if they're stored in different conditions, they can taste drastically different. Grim, fellow Alabamian here, got a homemade sushi dinner coming up soon. I want a nice bottle to complement something more sweet, less oak. War Eagle.
I was gonna say, don't say
Okay, let's go ahead. Sushi. So sweet, less oak. We're going to be able to roll into a liquor store and pick that up. I would probably pick up a Benchmark. I mean, that's kind of cheap, though. If we're going to go up, he's in Alabama, though, so he's going to can't even get a Benchmark. He's going to run to a liquor store in Alabama. 100 proof Old Forester. Probably what I would do. Gives a little bit of spice. I think that would go well with it. You could get a Four Roses if you wanted. Not a cheap Four Roses, but like a small batch select or a single barrel. You might be able to find one of those. You might even grab a nice Rebel wheated or a Larceny. Larceny probably be a real nice one for something like that. That's a wheater, kind of has a little more of like a caramel graham cracker flavor to me. Most of them do. Brandon, love the channel. Make a lot of purchases based on your recommendations. Chipley, Florida. Appreciate that, Brandon.
That's near Dothan.
Is it Chipley,
we
Florida?
go through Chipley when we went to Panama City with Will and Lex.
Yeah.
I think it was Panama. Yeah. I think Chipley's near Panama City. I could be wrong, but I think so.
Could be wrong. Close to 900. It says 902. 383 likes. Y'all hit the like button. Subscribe if you're not. I don't know how we got here if you're not subscribed. But thank you for watching anyway.
Uncle Nate, I think his question was, what pick are you looking the most forward to?
Okay.
Something like that. I think if that wasn't your question, Nate.
The gentleman earlier that super chatted that.
No, Nate. Uncle Nate.
Uncle Nate. Okay. How do you become a member? Like realistically, like members are great. Be a patron. You're going to get more benefits from being a patron. Like members here are good. We will communicate with you, but patron just does a better job of allowing us to message you. You should have said Michter's Rye and absolutely loved. You should said I should try Michter's Rye and absolutely loved it. Thinking about rare breed rye. I got to get a rare breed rye. I haven't had one yet. So, but it's going to be good. Just got Dr. Disrespect's Black Steel Batch 2. Plans on trying the updated one. I got it sitting on the bar right there. I have to film it this week. So we've got the old one and the new one sitting there. Those will get filmed and be up hopefully in the next week or so. For sure. As far as like coming up, we've got 13th Colonies coming up. We'll talk about barrel picks. We've still got a couple of bottles from our Miami haul or Orlando haul here.
Miami? When did we go to Miami?
We didn't. So we got a couple of bottles here. A surprise bottle that I don't even know where I got. So as far as barrel picks, we got a ton. Like that short barrel one was off the chain. That was incredible. We are in contact with Ben Holiday. I haven't heard from them yet, so I don't know if that one's going to happen. We've got one at Still Austin in a couple of months and 13th Colony. So I should have a 13th Colony cask strength store pick here at the house tomorrow that I will be able to try. We're going to film some content around that because that's what our pick is going to be. So I really wanted to try those before we start really singing the praises of 13th Colony, which is a great small distillery over in Georgia. Those are the ones that are on the books right now, and all of them are going to be interesting. I don't know how any of them do the picks. I think Still Austin is one where they take you in the rick house, and I love those in the rick house picks. Need to get out of Iowa. Buffalo Trace is allocated. When I find it, is upward of $50. That's, yeah, you need to get out of Iowa. I need to do some hunting in Iowa just to show how bad it is. Old Forest shirt looks good, Devin says, Jim.
Thank you. I have to thank them for...
Yeah, they let us raid the swag. Oh, we need to try those.
What?
I've got a gift from Old Forest. It's down there in front of the bar, and it is the craziest thing. It came in a case. It came in like a big, like Pelican case.
Yeah.
They gave us a Founder Series cast strength short barrel toasted, and then an Old Forest single barrel bottle and bond from them. So we should try those here in just a bit. Evan with the $5 Australian super chat from Melbourne, Australia. Have you heard or tried the Gospel Straight Rye Whiskey, which is made from 100% Australian rye? No, but I'd love to try that. That would be fun. I've only tried that single malt in the video from Friday, and that was no bueno. That was not a good day, mate. Too much. Did I go too far? Did I go too far?
No, you did really good.
Okay.
You did good.
Okay, we got two more left in here. This one is going to be. This is disappointment in a bottle. I don't know anything about Bridge and Main. I'm sure they are fine people that make a fine whiskey. This is an American wheated bourbon whiskey with toasted white oak. I'm not a huge toasted oak fan. Like there's some, not many. But the lady at, I think we were at an ABC store, the chain ABC store, and she's like, this, I asked her, I was like, what on the shelf is good? Like I always do. I give them a chance to sell me one bottle. Because that's a good chance for them to, really just try to get some money out of me. It's really like, I don't think any of them have ever worked out. I don't think asking them for a recommendation has ever worked out, not at a chain store. Honestly, almost at no store has it ever been a good bottle. And she said it tastes like Weller and, was it Weller and Buffalo Trace or Weller and Blanton's? I think it was Weller and Buffalo Trace blended together is what she said this tasted like. Skylands with the $4.99 super chat. I'm going to be the guy who asked about non-bourbon. Just wondering if you've tried Hibiki Harmony for Japanese whiskey or Green Spot. I think we have a lot of the spots back there. So I think Green Spot was one of them. And I enjoyed it. It's a malt though. And so there's only so far. I'm trying to get there. We're going to go to Mississippi. We're going to film some videos around that. I have tried a Hibiki. I don't know if it was a Harmony. At a bar, and it's still, I think that was just a malty whiskey, which just not my jam. Like, it's just, I want to be part of the cool kids. I got another comment today. It almost prompted me to post another video making fun of Scotch. I saw the comment this morning. Somebody was like, what's wrong with these stupid bourbon drinkers? They don't ever hold the whiskey in their mouth long. I was like, Lord have mercy. Another Scotch drinker tells me how to drink my whiskey. And that's why we troll. Like, I get so many stupid Scotch comments. Scotch people making fun of bourbon drinkers that I just want to hate on it.
Can't they?
But I also want to like
along?
it. And I want to like it. I do.
I do like. Oh, whoa.
What do you?
What is that?
No, but we might be going through Oklahoma on our trips here in a couple of weeks. How many bottles do I actually own? I haven't counted for a while their brand, but we're probably somewhere around 500-ish. It's got to be it might be over 500, honestly. There are a lot of bottles coming in, and none of them are getting drank. None of them finished. Appreciate it, Michael. Michael Conway.
You don't love my hat, Michael?
She's got on ears.
You don't love my hat?
That just looks normal. That's what your ears normally look like.
No, it does not.
Not?
No.
In real life, Brewzle meetup. We're having conversations. We were going to try to plan one for August and just don't have time. If I'm going to do anything, y'all will learn this about me. If I'm going to do anything, I want to overdo it. I want to overdo everything. So we're having conversations about a lot of really fun things, maybe some private label whiskey we might be doing. We're doing barrel picks. I'm buying every barrel somebody will let me come buy from somewhere that I like. We're talking about doing a meetup, but I want to overkill it and make it just everything for everybody.
But we are doing a meetup. We already got the date.
We are doing a meetup. Are we solid on that date?
We're solid on that date.
Jill's planning it for me because I don't have time.
We're just gonna do it. It's just going to be
limited.
bare bones this year.
It's going to be kind of limited, so y'all don't expect too much. When is it?
October the 7th.
October 7th in Opelika, Alabama. We're going to do a get-together.
ASAP.
ASAP,
soon.
yes.
Like in the next week.
We will post it.
Next live.
Next Monday.
Yeah, we'll have the details. But it is October the 7th.
Oh, God. That's like they took Weller and Buffalo Trace and blended it together and threw it in some French oak staves, and then I drank it.
It does not
and then
smell
I threw
good.
it back up.
Like, I don't even want to taste it. It doesn't. It smells that bad to me.
So, here's the thing that gets me. Here's the thing I can't wrap my melon around. Like, I can't.
But I'm gonna taste it.
I try.
This does not smell good. It almost smells like
What?
Like the throw up.
Well, you can say it, baby. You can say throw up. There's no.
It smells like
It's
vomit.
like we're not going to get we're not going to kicked off YouTube for saying vomit. I can't wrap my head around some people's tastes, and maybe I try. I feel like my opinion is not that important. Like I'm not the end all be all of whiskey tasters, right? I know there are lots of things that lots of people like, but sometimes I come across something and I'm like, how can you sell this to me as a Weller level product? Like, that's fine. It's not that. Look, we oversold it. It doesn't taste like vomit.
It doesn't smell good, but it doesn't
But it
taste
does
that bad.
taste like a young wheater they put in a small barrel or some French oak staves, right? It's not wonderful. This is a solid 1.5, right? Wouldn't buy the bottle again. Not going to recommend it to anybody. Don't think there's a ton of people that are just going to love it unless you love those French oak stave type of finishes, which some folks do. They do. Like Penelope Architect, super popular. Not my jam. But I just don't understand how somebody that is working in a liquor store, like, I guess you don't need to know liquor to work in a liquor store. You don't have to try a lot of liquor. But, like, I think I'm going to start valuing my opinion a little more if this is the type of recommendations I'm getting from folks. What's your single favorite whiskey you've tried? William LaRue Weller 2020 is the favorite one that I have come across thus far. But my favorite 5 whiskeys are about 20 whiskeys deep. So there's a lot of really, really good ones that are like vying for that top 5 spot there. 500 bottle collection is a great dream to have. Yeah, and when we started doing some just TikTok tests, like I posted a few TikToks about 2 years ago now. I had 20 bottles. So 2 years ago I had 20 bottles, now I got 500. Most of it thanks to the channel, right? That's definitely helped the bourbon budget. A lot of folks sending us bottles now. And then we're able to do the bourbon hunt where we'll buy 4, 5, 6 bottles. Some distilleries send us some bottles. So it's gotten out of hand. It's escalated. I've had to build another room to store them in. So that's, it's a good problem to have. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate it. I never thought I'd be here. It's a weird place to be. I'm still trying to wrap my melon around it. Old 55. God, why did I drink that again?
Yep, I rinsed my glass out and moved
Okay.
it away.
We got a couple of bottles. We got this, and then I want to try the stuff that Old Fourth
Need a Brewzle
gave
warehouse.
to us. We
Yes,
do need a Brewzle warehouse for sure. I don't remember where I got this. I feel bad about it. I'm having a little anxiety about bringing this bottle out because
You feel like somebody gave it to you. And
I feel like somebody gave me this bottle,
and you forgot.
and I forgot who gave it to me or where I got it.
Well, sometimes we just have to suck it up and admit our mistakes.
Well, I'm making a lot of mistakes when it comes to keeping up where I get bottles from. What's a good strategy for getting rid of the bourbons you open and don't like? That's
We
Baron.
haven't figured that out.
I don't.
We don't know.
I started a bottle share to have people over to try them. I was like, we're gonna take some bottles. But those people come over, and I love those people, and they bring great bottles because they want to share good stuff. They don't want to share the bad stuff, and they end up leaving more bottles than we drink or they take. And so every time I have a get together, I have more bottles once that's over. So I've tried a couple of strategies, and all of them have equated to me having more whiskey, not less whiskey. So you can cook with them. I don't cook with bourbon that much. You could just pour them out if you want. There probably needs to be some sort of charity we could donate them to. I don't know how that works. Nobody wants an open bottle of whiskey. But I don't know. Maybe we just pour them all together. I think maybe we get an infinity barrel just for bad whiskey.
Gorilla Glue enthusiast says it was me. I gave you that bottle.
I haven't even pulled it out yet. You don't even know what bottle it is.
Yeah, you can see it. But I'm not sure.
I don't think it was them.
Oh, okay.
I think they're cheating. I'm trying to remember very hard where I got this bottle from. I might have bought it.
You might have bought it.
I might have bought it. I'm trying to. It seems very familiar. We're going to talk about it here in just a minute. I was talking about something. Oh, I'm thinking about getting a barrel. Like I'll go grab that barrel from Shortbarrel, that toasted, and then every bottle we don't like, we pour into the barrel and just let them continue to age until something good comes out of it.
Why not?
Maybe that's what we do. Bourbon lawnmower. They're all low proof though, so they're not gonna run the lawnmower. There's no bad whiskey, man. Come on over, Alan. We'll straighten that out for you real quick. There are definitely some bad whiskeys. Silver Sharpie date cost acquisition on bottle bottoms. That's smart. It's too simple for me though. I need a much more complicated solution than that. Hi there, I'll sacrifice to take some off my hands. You don't want, the problem is if I want to get rid of it, I assure you don't want it. This is a Woodford double oaked.
Double oaked.
Yeah, this is one we'll probably need to try here. So this is double oaked. This was double oaked, and they're like, this doesn't have enough oak. So I think we need to oak it some more. Now, why would this be in the Orlando? Did we find it somewhere on the way back?
I don't know.
Did I talk somebody out of it? It's quadruple oak. It is. I don't think it's quadruple. It's quadruple. It's got to be quadruple. It's double oaked and double oaked. Technically, I think double oaked only means 3 oaks. It was oaked, and then they oaked it again, and then they oaked it again. I don't think they oaked it, then oaked it again, then oaked it, then oaked it again.
Okay, I don't know.
I think technically it's only 3.
At this point,
I mean, the double implies 4, but I think technically it's only 3.
OG Brick said he thinks it's only 3 too. I don't know. Devin says it's 3.
RFID sticker, like I'm working on an app. We are working on, we'll talk about the Brewzle. We're going to try this. Then we'll talk a little bit about where we're at with the Brewzle app. So,
we need another.
we're going to need, these are we're going to probably need a few more. We're going to try the short barrel stuff that they gave us. I'm going to show you all this crazy, like normally you go to do a barrel pick, they'll give you some Glencairns. I forgot to take my Glencairn. Forgot to take my glasses from them. But you know, they'll normally give you a little bit of swag, maybe a t-shirt, maybe something. Most places don't even give you a t-shirt. These guys went above and beyond. They gave me something. It's like the first time I've ever gotten something like that.
They were awesome.
So I think this is going to be too oaky. I like double oaked. I really like Woodford double oaked. I think doubling the double oaked is probably too much.
The color is beautiful. Look at that.
Joshua, there is a Brewzle P.O. Box. Should be in the bio. P.O. Box 209, Opelika, Alabama, 36801. If you can't find it in the bio on the page, just email us, support or info@brewzle.com. Either one of those. Yes, the Brewzle app. We're building. Ooh, that smells delicious.
It does.
We are building a Brewzle bourbon hunting app. It probably won't be called Brewzle,
Oh my goodness.
but we'll see.
That color and that smell.
It smells fantastic.
I have high hopes for this one.
High hopes for a living.
I don't know if it's true or not.
Did we go to the Polite Pig at Disney, Jill?
No. Jill said, y'all go to the Polite Pig. We'll meet y'all there. Guess what? Will and TJ did not go to the Polite Pig. They don't listen to a thing I say. The Polite Pig is supposed to have like the best selection of bourbon. I told you that. It has its own like, you can make your own old-fashioned bar thing, and you didn't do it because you don't listen.
Sorry, did you say something?
I did say something.
I was enjoying that double oaked.
Double oaked. So no, he didn't listen to me.
I don't know what that is.
I told him to go to the Polite Pig.
I only like angry pigs.
Well.
I feel bad if they're polite because I'm going to make bacon. And if they're all nice about it, then I'm guilty. And I feel guilty. And if they're mean pigs,
You're so
I eat
crazy.
them fully guilt-free.
Oh, that smells so good.
Is your phone over there vibrating? Mm-hmm. Okay. It does have too much oak. They did go too far with the oak. But the interesting thing is like I love Woodford double oaked because of the complexity of it. Like it's got a really nice oakiness with a nice vanilla. This has all of that vanilla. It amps the oakiness up a couple of degrees, but it's too much oak. So I wouldn't say this is a bottle I just want a bunch of, but it is so interesting. Like there's so much going on there, but it's still really approachable. That I like it a lot, but I don't know if I like it. I'd probably like it a little bit more than Woodford double oaked.
This is really good.
It's good. That's a good bottle.
Like this is
Yes.
really good.
See you later, OG Brick. Finishing mature Woodford Reserve double oak for an additional year in its second heavily toasted, lightly charred new oak barrel.
I really like this.
No, it is not as like, so Elijah Craig 18 is like a dry bitter oak. This does not have any of that. This to me is still a really kind of sweet oakiness. So it's not that, like Russell stuff has dry oakiness. Elijah Craig 18 has dry oakiness. This is more of a sweet oak, which is much, much better. Honestly, this is better. This is better than a 4 out of 5. This, I would go a little ways out of my way to get another one of these. Maybe this might be a 4.5 out of 5. It really might be that good.
I get a little dryness on that, but
A little
it's
bit,
really
a little
good.
bit.
It's really good.
Come to Buffalo, New York, Wings at Duff's on Dave.
Well,
We're gonna
thank you,
have to do
Dave.
that. I wouldn't call this smokiness for me. It's really just oak, right? So let's talk about the Brewzle app just for a second here. I'm going to talk about the Brewzle app while I go get this gift we got from Shortbarrel so we can try those, because I think the Shortbarrel Founder Series they gave us is going to be very similar to our barrel picks. But I'm going to have to do an extreme close-up here on the camera because I got to walk by it to get it.
Close-up.
Yeah. So the Brewzle app.
Yeah, that was good.
So what we're working on is a bourbon hunting / let's get extreme close-up.
Oh.
See how I look here. little
Check
blur.
yourself.
I'm a little blurry.
Check
I'm a
yourself.
little blurry, but I got the gift here.
It looks like, oh gosh, you know what it looks like?
A bomb.
Well, maybe that too.
Okay.
But it looks like those cases that they used to have on that TV show with Howie Mandel.
Oh,
and
who? Oh, yeah.
it wasn't Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Or was
Well, they
it?
had the girls up there in your
The
case,
girls
and
with
you.
the cases.
I don't know.
Help us out. What was that show? Oh my goodness! But that's what it looks like. The
Yes.
case.
I
They would
think they
bring
were
the
silver.
case. Deal or
Yes.
no deal. Thank
Yeah, there
you.
you go.
Yes, thank
So the
you, Devin.
Brewzle app. So what
Yes.
we're working on is an app where what the core functionality is. I want to be able to walk into. Natty's got it down. You
I
see
knew
that?
you were going to pick up
Natty,
on that
I
one.
don't know what's going on
I
here.
knew you were going to pick up on
So
Natty.
lucky, Jill.
TJ's so lovable.
We are working on an app to where you can walk into a liquor store, you can find a bottle, you can scan the barcode with your phone. It'll pull up all the details. You can review it. You can see other people's reviews. What is it?
Got to get rid of another one.
I gotta get rid of another what? Oh. Yeah. Well, that guy's good. We're gonna sponsor one of those. And he's gone.
We ain't dealing with all that.
Oh.
Bye-bye.
So sad. I was so sad to see him go. All right, so this is in a case. It opens up, and then it's got a thing here with the Shortbarrel Old Fourth logo on it. You can pull that. There's a couple of coasters here. They're bottle coasters because in this is now a travel-proof scenario here for a Shortbarrel Founder Series and a Old Fourth. We're gonna try those, and the case is just way overkill.
Case is cool.
I'm not giving it back though, Clinton. I'm not giving it back. But the Bourbon app, you'll be able to scan them, but you'll be able to like have friends. You'll be able to have a wish list. You can see your friends' wish list. You'll be able to see what whiskey they want. So if you scan a barcode, one of your friends wants it, you'll be able to see what they want, what they're willing to pay. You'll be able to add it to your selection and make notes about it, and you know all sorts of things where you found it. You may be able to see where other people scanned a barcode. Like, hey, somebody down the road just scanned this and said it was $29 instead of $39. So we're building a whole bourbon hunting app. And I had a meeting this week with a friend of mine, a former colleague that does user experience design. And he's got an app that is really cool. It's like a question and answer app. So like you could go on and ask me, you know, my favorite bourbon or a bourbon recommendation or whatever, and then I could answer it. So he's willing to help me with the design of the app, all the user experience stuff, in exchange for some promotion of his app. So we're going to use his app to allow y'all to come on a stream and do a live question and answer. So you'll be able to ask it through his app, and then I'll be able to pull that video in on the stream and then answer those questions.
Chris's question is, would you be able to see where to buy it?
Yes, so you might be able to see where to buy it online. Like it's going to be phased. So early phases are going to be a little more basic. After that, hopefully you'll be able to buy it online if you want to, or if we can get inventory. So there's an app that focuses on like point of sale systems for liquor stores. We might have some conversations with them about possibly, bringing in inventory. We won't be able to pull inventory everywhere. But what I'm hoping we can do is if you scan a barcode or if you search for one, you might be able to see somewhere someone has scanned it recently. And you can say 2 days ago at a liquor store 7 miles from you, somebody scanned that bottle. So we could do that, but like we won't have real-time access to their inventory to tell whether or not that bottle's still there, right? And then you could put, your wish list, your collection. We're going to do, as much information as we can about these bottles, be able to rank them. We're going to do reviews and recommendations and hopefully build an algorithm that'll tell you, based on what you've ranked and what other people have ranked, if you scan a bottle, how much we think you might like that bottle. So it's going to be fun.
Someone asked, would it be like social? I guess, would it be like?
A little bit. Early on, the only social aspects will be you'll be able to make friends, probably through a phone number. You might be able to scan your phone numbers and say, here's your friends in here, or something like that. Or you can type in their phone number and add them as a friend. And then you can decide what to share with them, like your activity, your scans, your stuff. You'll be able to go in and see what your friends have shared with you. Like if they've scanned a bottle, if they've added a bottle to their selection, what their wish list is, you'll be able to see those things. And then we'll phase 2 or 3, we'll try to tie in Discord. So you might be able to DM folks. Like if they've tied in Discord, you'll be able to message them back and forth. We'll be able to have a Discord chat built right into the app. So.
Sounds cool.
I like Benchmark Small Batch better than Buffalo Trace. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's a fair assessment. I don't think I like it better, but it's pretty dang close to just as good. So this is Short Barrel Founders Series, Single Barrel Series, Founders Reserve, excuse me. This is 125 point something proof. So this is even higher proof. Well, I don't know, what was that? I don't even remember what that short barrel was. I think it was 120.
Ours?
That we bought. I think it was
Yes,
120.
it's right around maybe 119, 120.
It was 119.5.
Okay.
And this is a very, very dark bottle.
It is very dark.
One we got was, like I said, it was a stone fruit bomb. It was apricots and
It was
dates and all
delicious.
sorts of deliciousness.
Delicious.
And I'm iffy on anything that's been toasted or put in another oak anything, right? Like staves, all of that's awful. But sometimes folks get it right, like that Woodford double oaked. Woodford does it right. Like their double oaked is fantastic. Short Barrel does it right. Their freaking toasted is out of this world. Now the problem is their toasted is 101 proof. And that is a good drinking proof. But I have discovered through our barrel pick process that it is a really good toasted bourbon at 101 proof, but it is out of this freaking world at 120 proof.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I learned. So I hope they don't release any in high proof until after our barrel pick's over, because it's going to be the only place you're going to be able to get one. But yes.
Donkey said Short Barrel's Bee's Knees is the most dangerous whiskey ever made. We had some in that.
It's in the back.
Yep, really good.
Yeah, we got one of those too while we were there, for sure.
I really liked that. I think it was the one.
Oof.
Yeah, I have my Dr. Pepper. Have it, Dean. It's right here.
That is so freaking.
Is this mine?
On the nose, like just smelling that is like BTAC level good.
Did you?
Aroma, yes. That is BTAC level good on the aroma.
Oh my gosh.
Like I'm not expecting it to hold up on the taste to BTAC level. I'm not expecting it to. But on the nose, that is like 5 out of 5.
Man.
1910 versus Woodford double oaked, they're just different. So honestly, I need a 10. I need a 10. I'm going to buy a 1910 next time I go to a liquor store. We're going to do that in a video.
Josh said, which one did you just pour?
Josh, this was the Short Barrel Founders Reserve. So you're never going to get one of these, more than likely. Probably not a lot of them left. But this is supposedly similar to what we picked, like just high proof Short Barrel toasted. This one is about 5 proof higher, 6 proof higher than the one we picked. But on the nose, that is out of this freaking world.
Yeah, it's
like it smells like a Buffalo Trace. Like it smells, when I say Buffalo Trace, it smells like a BTAC. Like that smells like a freaking Weller or a Van, like it smells like a weeded from Buffalo Trace.
Chris, I'm not sure if I've ever tried the strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper. I know I've tried the cream soda one. I didn't like that.
All right, so it's not quite that on the palate. It's not quite BTAC level on the palate, but my God, is it delicious. It is exactly what we were talking about with our barrel pick. Apricot. This one is more complex than ours. I feel like it has a little, with ours, I got nice fruit sweetness, kind of a floral fruitiness on the front that dissipated into apricot on the finish. This one hits me with like 3 or 4 complexities. It's kind of that.
Wow.
It's kind of a little bit of oakiness up front.
Yeah.
Then it hits you with the apricot, and then it dissipates into a nice soft finish. Doesn't drink 125 proof, but you do feel the heat for sure. But my God, that is,
I don't know.
Lord have mercy.
That's really good.
Okay, Short Barrel, I don't know if you're watching this. Clinton, I don't know if you're watching this. But what I want to do, this is what I want to do. I don't want you to release, I would say you're making a mistake not releasing these at cask strength. But you don't. Don't do it. Just don't do it. What I want to do is I want to come try 10 barrels of this. I want to blend 5 of them and I want to private label release 1,000 bottles of this as our first Brewzle private label. It won't be labeled Brewzle. We got a brand for it I'm working on. But I want this cash string. I want this right here in this bottle to be the first, like 1,000 bottles of this.
That's hands down the best thing we drank tonight. Hands down.
It's not even close.
Hands down.
It's not even close.
That's what I said. Hands down.
This is the best thing I've drank. Like, I'm trying to remember the last thing I drank that was better than this. It's been a few weeks.
So good.
It's been a few weeks. So good.
That is so good.
Oh.
We just had the best time with them.
It was good.
They're really,
it was good.
Really fun group. And the group we took, our patrons.
Oh, yeah, the folks we took.
Kyle and Jackie.
Yep.
And
Jason was there.
Yes.
Yep.
And then we had Levi and his girlfriend Rainey. And
Yep.
then we had Samuel.
Yeah, Samuel was there. We had one more. Jason brought one. I forget that gentleman's name, though. So sorry, I suck at names. We got that many right. That's pretty good. That's like 6 out of 7 or something.
But we had a really good time. We were there for what, 4 hours?
Yeah.
We were there for a long, long time.
Man was like, I got to go home. Y'all need to leave.
Y'all get out of here.
So what does short barrel mean? So Patrick, my favorite for an old fashioned, we use a lot of ancient age 10 star. What does short barrel mean? Technically, short barrel is like if you get a barrel and it's mostly empty. Like you were shorted a barrel, right? So it's like a barrel that is short on liquid. It doesn't have a lot of liquid. One of the owners is an extremely short gentleman, and they call him Short Barrel, apparently, or somebody called him Short Barrel one time, and they named the company after that extremely short gentleman. So, Short Barrel is out of Atlanta area. I mean, technically it
we
was
were in
Norcross, I think is where we were. And it's all, you know, they're sourcing most of their whiskey. I think they're doing a lot of stuff where they're, I want to say, I could be wrong, so forgive me if I'm wrong, but the one we picked, I don't know if I assume this one's the same, the one we picked, I think was a blend of Green River and Bardstown that they toasted. But it's like 6-year-old Green River and Bardstown that they toasted, and you can't, like, Green River's not releasing 6-year-old product. So the Green River stuff is like 4 years old, so this is older than that, and then they toast it. They are making their own distillate and doing some fun stuff, but I am, I need 5 barrels of that.
So good.
We'll blend it. We'll do a private label release, and I'm going to be panicking the whole time, not sure if we can actually sell 1,000 bottles of whiskey. But there's a general rule of thumb in the wine industry, in that you better like what you make because you may end up drinking it all. And if I'm stuck with 1,000 bottles of that, I will be broke. I will be living in my car, but I will have 1,000 bottles of that in the trunk, and it'll be wonderful. I'll always be warm with 120 proof whiskey in the trunk. Good starter one that won't send me running. We've got a whole video on the starter, like the top 5. It's actually 8. None of them are super expensive. A couple of them take a little effort there, RJ. So check that video out if you would. You'll sell them if you ship them. I'm going to be able to ship them. We're working on.
What's that?
We're working on we're looking at several options on retailers. We got the retailer in New York if we can get it to him. Some of these small southern distilleries don't want to get it to them. What is it?
What was that? Because as that sat there, is that the Woodford?
I think that's the double oak.
Yeah, that's pretty special too.
Oh yeah, that's the double oak. It's not as good as that.
No, but it
But
smells.
it's good. Yeah.
It smells like candy. The longer it sat there.
You want to just try mine on
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
This is their straight bourbon whiskey. I think it's still 100 proof. Still their bottled in bond. But this was in the cool. I don't know if this is special or if this is just one they threw in there. I don't know. This might be their normal release. I may have just opened their normal release even though I got one open.
You little silly goose.
I thought send them spillway and they'll sell out.
Nah.
Okay, that's true. That's true. We want to be able to mail them though. That's good, but like Lord have mercy, we went from oh my God, this is one of the best things. This is I try not to oversell it because I've had a lot of really good bottles of whiskey, but this is probably it's probably top 20 of one of my favorite bottles I've had.
That's delicious.
Won a raffle at my local store and could choose between E.H. Taylor Straight Rye for 80 and Blanton's Gold for 130. Ooh, that is tough. That is a tough call, man. I would probably have picked the Blanton's Gold, but I would have been a winner with either one of those because that E.H. Taylor Straight Rye is one of our favorite ryes. You think that Bottle and Bond was one of their last old MGP picks? This one? Maybe.
That's pretty good.
Maybe. It's good. That's a good bottle of whiskey. But it is like, come on. This is like Mike Tyson versus me. You know, it's not a fair fight. Bottling 3,000 bottles of rum on Wednesday, Mike. Who are you bottling it for?
Wow.
Yes, we did crack open that Michter's Barrel Strength Bourbon we picked up in Louisville. I think we did it on one of the streams. This one is 125 proof. We have a store pick coming, and I will admit, our store pick is fantastic. One of my favorite bottles
Fantastic.
ever. Maybe it's definitely one of my top 3 or 4 store picks I've done.
In fact, one of the people that tasted it with us, she doesn't even really like bourbon, and she loved it.
Yeah, it's one of our top picks we've got coming. So if you get a chance to get our short barrel, do it. But this is better. Like this one is better than ours, but it's 125 proof. Like they could hand select the barrel. This one is ours is here. This one's a notch above that. So I'm glad I got that one. I appreciate Clinton for giving me that one. It's crazy. If that's their 15-year founder, it's ridiculous. Can you say? Oh, so we picked 3 barrels from them. One of our picks, we bought a 6-year-old Jim Beam barrel that tastes very much like a Booker's to me, and we're gonna have that one here pretty soon. I think it was like 119 proof ish. 6-year-old Jim Beam. We picked a barrel of rye, which was I think it's a 6-year. I forget. It's a Green River rye. Which who's got Green River rye? Nobody. It was really good. And then we bought a barrel of this short barrel toasted right here that was just
delicious.
Out of this world. So we ended up buying. That's what happens when you take me in the rick house. Like if you want to sell barrels, take me in the rick house. We find stuff, we buy it. Mark's still on the app idea. Somebody let Mark know he's behind. Catch up.
But thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate that.
He loves the idea.
Loves the idea. Efren, get ignored. I'm sorry. What did I ignore, Efren? I'm sorry. There's a lot of comments. I'm
it's
missing
hard
them
to keep
all.
up with all of them.
We're going to send you a Baby Sass store pick from Texas. The P.O. Box should be in the bio. P.O. Box 209, Opelika, Alabama. 36803, technically, I think. Clinton and them sitting there, sitting on some freaking, like, we're gonna do a lot of stuff with it. I got the feeling this is the beginning of a very long relationship. Cass, so our store picks will be dropping. The patron group is the best way to make sure you're a part of that. We've got 12 barrels bought. Now, I don't know when they're coming. It's been a drought. We've been waiting. I thought 2 or 3 of them would be here by now. They're not. And I'm afraid they're all going to drop at the same time, and I'm going to have a bunch of barrels I can't afford, and I'm going to sell the house, but we'll work through that. Barrel pick of Blanton's for $70 a piece. Buy all of those. Yeah, I don't think it's a K-Luke rye behind me. Oh, no, there is the K-Luke rye did work its way out. We've got a bunch of K-Luke in here. It's good stuff. If you get a chance to grab a K-Luke, every one I've had's been really good. When do you expect, so these guys said 2 or 3 weeks they could have this one ready. The Crittentons, we have some really good picks there. I thought those would already be here, but he's trying to get those to New York where we could ship them to the most number of people. So that's taken a little while to get some paperwork through. I need to follow up on that one this week. Chase, love your stuff. Keep it up. Appreciate it, Chase. I can't even remember them all off the top of my head. So the Clyde Mays will be here in September, supposedly. They said late August, early September is what they expect. We've got the Rolling Fork rum that was finished in Weller barrels, along with all of the Starlight stuff. No clue. They said a few months. That was what seems like 2 months ago, a month and a half ago for sure. We've got, what else? We bought 4 barrels from them. And then we bought 2 from Crittenton's. We bought 3 here. There's still a few barrels left that I can't remember. I'll have to look
Gotta
over
write
our
it down.
notes, but I'm hoping within the month, some of those, I'm hoping in August, we are rolling barrels out. That is the expectation. What's the max you would pay for a Stagg? If you've never had it, a couple $100, $250. Found a K-Luke batch 3 last week on my way back to Knoxville. Fantastic stuff. Nice. I think the K-Lukes we have are batch 1s, but all the same. Really, really good. Yeah, hit the like button for me if you would. We've still got 806 people hanging out with us, it appears. I got to have a little more of this. I got a little tasty taste. Once we're done with this, somebody said, how does one get a barrel pick? No, so a barrel pick, now again, a barrel pick is, when you say get a barrel pick, I'm assuming you're talking about like if I go buy a barrel of whiskey. What you need is some way of selling a barrel pick, like realistically. A big distillery.
Unless you just want it for yourself.
Well, you could, but a big distillery is probably not going to give you a barrel pick, right? They're rewarding customers for selling. So like, if I want a Jack Daniels barrel pick, I'm going to have to sell a bunch of Jack Daniels. If I want a Weller barrel pick, I'm going to have to sell a bunch of Fireball, right? So you got to sell their low end stuff to get access to the barrel picks, which is why we don't have them. We've got to try to work in through marketing, the marketing department, because we create content. If you had a liquor store, you could get on one, or if you were somehow selling a bunch of whiskey or had some relationships. So yes, it takes clout in that regard. The small distilleries, a lot of those guys just want to sell whiskey. Like they're just trying to get a business going. They're trying to sell as much whiskey as possible. So reach out to them. They might allow you to do a barrel pick. Just know a barrel of whiskey is usually like 10 grand-ish, more or less, depending on what you're getting. But for us, if we sell them quick enough, we don't have to pay for them, right? Like if I sell it in a couple of weeks, it doesn't cost me any money. That's why it's like we want to make sure we sell them and we're not having to sell the house. Clyde did send us to Talladega. That was fun there, Natty. Eddie, why not drunk?
Okay.
Don't know. I don't. Because I haven't drank enough? Not sure. Blanton's beats Elmer
Not
T.
the
Lee for me,
intention?
neighbor. Need to hit up the DMV for a hunt? The Department of Motor Vehicles? Don't know. Where's the DMV? I'm an Orlando local. Watched your video and agree with what you said. Appreciate that, Blake. DCMDVA. I got you. Okay. Yeah, we do. That's on the list. East Coast is on the list. I was planning on trying to hit the East Coast in the fall, but it looks like we're going to go west instead. So probably early next year, we will go up. Maybe, and it might be, we might wait a little later and head all the way up the coast, all the way up to Maine and come back or something. We'll see. We did open up the Apocalypse. We tried all of these. We have except for the E.H. Taylor over there, which is just off the screen. We opened all of them. The Apocalypse was okay. Was it great?
Which bottle would you choose between a Stagg or a Rock Hill?
Me personally, I'd probably take the Rock Hill Farms. Now the Stagg is going to be higher proof. A lot of people are going to love that more. They're probably a little more sought after, but I love that 100 proof Rock Hill Farms.
Bob says watching you has caused his collection to triple.
Sorry about that, Bob. Sorry, I apologize. It's not my intention. We did buy the bottle or the barrel of Short Barrel. Yes, we bought the Short Barrel. It was a regular size barrel of Short Barrel. It was a normal barrel of Short Barrel that we bought. It was not short. I hope not. Like Short Barrel technically means it doesn't have a lot in it. We didn't test to see how much it had in it.
We did not.
If it's a short barrel of Short Barrel, I'm going to be very upset at Short Barrel. Found a bottle of Buffalo Trace this weekend in Kentucky. They had a price for $160 for Buffalo Trace. They must have had it confused with something. Man, what in the world? Be at the Bourbon Festival. Are we going to the Bourbon Festival? Are you doing that with me?
Is that the Kentucky one?
That is September 15th, 16th, and 17th. I just emailed. We were supposed to do a store pick at Still Austin on the 15th. I just emailed him and said I got to move it to the 22nd because I'm going to be in Kentucky on the 15th for the Kentucky Bourbon Festival. So I need a lobster roll from Red's, and I need to know if you're going to go with me because we need to start planning that trip.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Any chance Fallon, Nevada is a place you will visit?
Fallon, Nevada. As soon as like literally the week.
If you can hook us up with Frey Ranch.
If Frey Ranch would just be like, hey man, come do a store pick, I'd be like, just name your day. I'll move stuff. We'll cancel some things. And we'll come to Fallon, Nevada. Like that's when I'm coming to Fallon, Nevada. It's when Frey Ranch lets me come there, do some videos, do some content. And when we do, here's the thing. What most of these distilleries want is exposure, right? And so we talk about them. If we find somebody really good like that, we try to give them as much exposure as possible. If the long form videos work, and so far what's worked for us is just bourbon hunting videos. Like that's what's really worked. A few outliers like the Dr. Disrespect review, but realistically, the bourbon hunting videos are what the most people watch on the long form videos people watch on the channel. And the Talladega video was a disappointment. It's done okay, but it wasn't as good as we thought. We thought it could be better than a bourbon hunting. The Kentucky Derby video was a disappointment. We thought it could be better than a bourbon hunting video. Not as many people are interested in that. So we're doing these picks, these store pick videos. So when we go to Crittenton's, when we go to Shortbarrel, we have filmed that. And as these barrels are ready, we are going to release that content. If we can find a way to get people to watch it en masse, if a lot of people watch those videos, then that will open up a world of possibilities. If those are 100,000 view videos, the possibilities will be endless for us. If they're 15 or 20,000 view videos, might be a little harder for us to leverage our clout to get those kind of picks. We'll see. Looks like the guy in Jurassic Park. Welcome to Jurassic Park. I wished I owned Jurassic Park. I'd shut it down. I've seen it. I've seen where it goes. Appreciate it, Enoch. Just sub. Thank you. Love the Talladega. I enjoyed making them. Like the Kentucky Derby video is the most money I've ever spent on a video. Like that was by far the most expensive video I've ever done because we rented a boat and did all these things. We were there for a week and I could have just went to 2 liquor stores here in town and got more views. So, how does the Russell's Reserve compare to the Russell's Reserve 10-year? Which Russell's Reserve? Single barrel? Are you talking about the rye that we've got up here? This is a rye. So the one we've got here is a rye. It is not near as good as the Russell's Reserve 10-year.
Tom says they're simple people. They just want to see you hunt and talk to random people.
I mean, maybe, like, that's cool. Like, it is a weird place I am right now. I'm still coming to terms with it, Tom. You got to give me a little time. I'm trying to comprehend the fact that folks just want to watch me walk into a liquor store and talk shit with people. And my whole team's like, you got to dial back the shit talking a little bit. We're having to edit this out. You come across like an a-hole. I'll tone the cursing down just a little bit for Jill. I used my quota with the one talking shit there. So I don't know. I enjoy them. They're fun. I'm just trying to find. I don't want every video to be a bourbon hunting video. Really, what it boils down to. We're working in more reviews. We did the Weller thing. We're going to do a lot more stuff like that. So we're gonna keep expanding. We'll keep trying new stuff. Too many mint juleps at the Derby, especially at $17 a piece. Lord have mercy. That didn't help the budget. Is the Walking Dead whiskey any good? I didn't care much for it. Jill didn't care much for it. It's not terrible. It's not bad. It's nothing off-putting about it, but I wouldn't buy another bottle. Wayne got a bottle of Antique 107. Fantastic. Cheslin likes the other videos, loves the other videos. Awesome. We need a swear jar.
Yeah, DJ needs a swear jar.
Did the glasses make it back from the Derby? Yes, I only broke one glass, and that was while we were there. All right, Jill, we got one more thing we're going to try at the end of this. So we're going to go for a little bit at the end of this live stream. Again, for patrons, for channel members, if you're on Patreon, if you sign up for Patreon, make sure you link Discord. If you link your Discord, you can jump in there. I am going to be in an audio-only chat over on Discord for supporters for 45 minutes to an hour after this stream. So don't forget to jump over there. If you're brand new, link it. If you have problems with it, sorry about that. I'll help you next time because I'm going to be in that voice chat. But send me a DM over on Discord or post a message in one of the channels and tag me in it, and we'll try to get it straightened out for the next one. Walking Dead Irish whiskey as well from Sexton Whiskey. Luke loves the videos. Appreciate it. I haven't had the Redwood Pipe Dream Cash Strength. I need one. Garrett with the $4.99 super chat. Hope this doesn't sound like me telling you what to do, but I feel like a great one to review is Slipknot number 9. Hey, we take all the recommendations. I appreciate it.
Have you had Slipknot?
I have not had Slipknot number 9.
Where is that from?
Slipknot, I think, is like a heavy metal band, isn't it?
Where's that one from, Garrett?
I don't know who makes it. Out of the whiskeys, any of the whiskeys out of Huntsville, I have not.
Huntsville, like Alabama?
I have not. I had Dread River.
Is that from Huntsville?
I think it's Birmingham.
Oh.
That's all I'll say. I did smoke the Weller cigar that we got on that, and it was pretty good. I think I like the Pappy cigar a little better. It was just a little milder. The Pappy cigar, or the Weller cigar, is a little more serious. Cedar Ridge in Iowa. Slip from Iowa. Yeah. You should go searching for the best old fashioned. Well, we did that at Disney, and that video didn't do good.
I don't think it did horrible.
Listen, I'm just looking at the views. It didn't do as good. Now, they can't all be bangers. I understand that. It's cool. Kids shouldn't be watching liquor videos if cussing upsets you. Yeah, I mean, you're right, but we still try to keep it. A lot of people will watch these with their families in the background or their wives listening, and we try to keep it family friendly as possible. And honestly, I don't talk like that unless I get agitated.
Okay.
What is it?
Nothing. Moving on.
Okay. How's the garage bar? I finished the garage. We're not building a bar. We are building another bar over here in another room, though, and it's not moving. There's been no progress. I'm waiting on quotes to soundproof it and do a little plumbing in there. Haven't seen the Buffalo Trace cigars yet. I saw them at Buffalo Trace when I went there, but we didn't buy any. So, your shorts are good vids. Thank you. We're dialing the shorts back a little bit right now just because we're about to go on a trip and I'm going to be really busy, but there'll still be 3 released in a week, and then we're going to be putting a lot more effort into those when I get back in September. If you had to estimate, how much are all the bottles you have worth? Not a lot when they're open.
Yeah.
If you're talking about not open, these are not questions you ask people with their wife in the room.
Probably too much.
I could have bought a really, really nice example of a Buick Grand National. Let's put like top notch,
Nice example.
really pristine T-top Buick GNX Grand National for what these bottles are worth on the secondary market, but we don't pay secondary prices. I'm not taking the kids. My daughters want to go see Barbie. I was like, how about I take y'all to see that and I'll go see Oppenheimer. We'll make that work. Appreciate that, Bob. Henry and Sons, Maple Reserve. We do have some Henry and Sons. I don't think I have the Maple Reserve yet, though. So, Nick, we're talking about that, going and doing the entire Bourbon Trail.
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out how to package that up as a video, but I think that is something we will most definitely do, but it'll probably be either wintertime or next year. I prefer Demerara, David, for old fashions. What do you think? We should wait till next, honestly.
Probably. We got a lot going on.
August
now.
is gone. We're gone for 3 weeks in August.
August is gone.
I'm going to be streaming next Monday, but then I leave Wednesday, and then that next Monday, I probably won't be able to stream. The following Monday, I'm hoping to be able to stream, and then I think we'll be back after that. So we'll see. So I might just miss. One stream?
One.
I might just miss one. But we're gone all of August. And then September, I know I'm gone I don't know if I'll miss any streams, but I'm Kentucky Bourbon Festival. I've got a barrel pick in Austin, Texas. I'm gone a couple of weekends out of that. So it's just, and then we've got our meetup we got to plan, and It's just crazy. Do 1,500 for a William LaRue Weller? I did find one out in, where were we, in New Mexico or Arizona or something, where I found one for like $1,400. I should have bought that. For sure. Yes. If I'd have bought it, they'd probably been like, oh no, that's mispriced. Somebody called. I had somebody tell me they saw that video. They called immediately. Like soon as they hit that part of the video, they looked up that liquor store. They called that liquor store and they're like, nah, it's sold this morning. Somebody else had bought it from the video.
Oh gosh.
We do have a JT Mellick rice whiskey. Kind of interesting for sure. Never buying another bourbon without the Brewzle approval. The Tennessee is not sitting right. Yeah, it's not I haven't tried it, but it's not my kind of thing. Appreciate it there, Brenda Sutton. No soda goes into an old fashioned. No. Demerara though, Vacation, do it, just whiskey, sugar, and bitters. Fair enough. Fair enough. I just, sugar is simple syrup. I like Demerara. It adds a little more flavor to it. Stagg 22A for $99. Great buy. Laser with the $2 super chat. What about doing a bourbon vocabulary video?
Interesting.
I mean, we've had some conversations around that with the team, like what is bottled in bond and things like that. I just got to figure out how to package those up to make them interesting in general, right? 100-ish starter bottle. You don't need to go to 100 to get a starter bottle. We've got a video for like the best bottles for beginners. 5 bottles, it's actually 8. I don't think any of them are more than 50, 60 bucks. So an SEC football tailgate tour this fall would be cool. So we've talked about doing, again, though, those types of, like the bourbon, the Kentucky Derby, Talladega, were like, what if we go to cool parties? I think what I would do different with those videos, like if I went to Tailgate, is what we might do is have somebody like Will carry the camera, I'll carry a microphone, we will go tailgate to tailgate to tailgate and give somebody, whoever has see who has the best bottle of whiskey. Right? Like we're not even going to, we're just going to go tailgate to tailgate.
Yeah,
we're going to ask them, we're going to beg them for free alcohol and food. We're going to see what kind of food we can get, what kind of alcohol we can get. And then like we determine who has the best. Maybe it's just judge the tailgate setups. I don't know. Like something like that I think would be fun.
We got to have some merch to give them. Have something
Ghost Unit would appreciate a vocabulary video. Very good. We will do that then. I will add that to the list. Yeah. Woodford is a good starter bottle. Wild Turkey 101. I like Woodford Double Oaked if you want to step it up. Rare Breed if you want to try some high proof stuff. The Benchmark, not 8, but like Benchmark, Top Floor, Small Batch, those kinds of things. Buffalo Trace, Eagle Rare if you can find it. Like that's most of the ones in that video. Hunting for Owad, Ohio is like shooting fish in a barrel. Oh, you say that. We've got a video coming out where I went to Ohio. I went to Dayton, Ohio, and I tried to find a bottle of Weller. That video should be coming out. That might be next week's video. I don't even know. Oh,
can you tell us if you found one?
Here's what I will say. Is I worked myself into a weird situation to where if I found a bottle of Weller, I didn't leave with a bottle of Weller. But if I didn't find a bottle of Weller, I left with a bottle of Weller. And in the end, I left with a bottle of Weller.
I'm so confused.
So I got a bottle of Weller because I didn't find a bottle of Weller.
Okay.
Yep. Helium in beer?
Nope.
Will it make my voice high? Will I be like a Mickey Mouse there? That'd be funny.
No.
Rebel Cash Strength is a good $50 bottle. I need to go back to some of that. I've got Rebel 10 year. I've got a bunch of Rebel stuff. It's been a while. The state, so when we went there was a drop. So the state had done a drop and we went to the state drop. That's all I'll say. So you just have to watch the video. It was fun.
Brandon F says you don't ever add up how much you have spent. Yeah, you do, don't you? Like I see on your video.
No,
like
I think he said you don't do it.
Don't do it.
The first rule of Bourbon
okay.
Club is to not add up your totals of Bourbon Club.
Don't show how much you spent. Okay.
Yes. Zach's got to get to work. I understand. Me too. We got about 20 more minutes or so here. We're going to hang out, and then I'm going to jump on that Discord live chat where we can all do a voice chat. Penelope Architect is the best, Maddie. Oh, okay. We can just agree to disagree. I don't like French oak. I don't like French oak stay, finish, and so not my thing. But I appreciate that other folks like it. That's cool. The Redwood Empire we had was pretty tasty. Not the greatest in the world, pretty good. What did you think of the Kentucky Barrel Aged Stout you got in the Orlando video? What Kentucky Barrel Aged Stout? I don't think we bought that one in the Orlando. It was some video though recently. So we had the Kentucky Barrel Aged like ale. I like that one, really sweet. The stout I didn't like as much as the Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Ale. My bank emailed me Saturday you spent on wine and spirits today. Is that correct? It was just fraud alert. Yeah.
So I was a little judged.
No, not correct. I didn't like that. I do love the Goose Islands though. So I think what I'm going to do with the Jim Beam barrel we picked up at Shortbarrel in Old Forest, I'm going to drive up there. I'm going to get that barrel when they bottle it. I'm going to drive it back down to Red Clay, and I'm thinking about having them fill it with beer. They've got a really good Scotch ale. I'm thinking about having them fill it with beer, and then we're going to have it at our meetup. And if we like it, if it's really good, I'm then going to get 5 or 6 barrels, have them age it, and can it for me, and then we'll distribute that to our retailer and sell it online. That'll be fun.
Okie dokie.
A Brewzle bourbon barrel aged Scotch ale. Old Elk cigar cut. Just did a little review of that. I thought it was pretty good. I don't like it as much as Joseph Magnus. I think with a cigar, it would be a little more interesting. But just on its own, pretty good. Old Forester King Ranch. Okay. We're going to disagree on that one too. That's like the mesquite charcoal, or not even is it mesquite charcoal? I think they may just put some mesquite staves on it or something. I don't know.
Mark says Irons Distillery at Low Mill in Huntsville. I've never heard of that.
I have heard of Irons. I have not tried it.
Okay.
I've not tried it.
He hadn't either.
The bad part of buying whiskey for me is my wife works at a liquor store and knows what I spend. Dang it, Chris. But also, can't you get a discount? You get like an employee discount? Is that how that works? I saw just a silver lining there. That's what I was looking for. You know, look on the bright side, man. Old Forester 1920. It's a double charred bottled in bonds. And some trace. That sounds like a good score. Try strawberry bourbon.
Strawberry bourbon.
I don't know. We did get this one. Oh, I just got this one. I'm not going to open it tonight.
Oh,
but
no discount, he said. Huh.
This is the Mercer Prince. This is from ASAP Rocky. ASAP Rocky. Apparently, he's trying to go somewhere as soon as he possibly can. Or maybe he was trying to make a whiskey as soon as he possibly can. I think as soon as he possibly could, he married Rihanna or something like that.
Okay.
This is going to be interesting right here for sure. Haven't tried that. Actually, I did try it in the store. They had a little sample. And then we got this guy.
Oh, yeah.
That's a $250 bottle of whiskey that I luckily didn't have to pay for. I sold on the Black Steel whiskey? What do you mean I sold? I've got Black Steel sitting right there. I like the Black Steel. I mean, I thought it was pretty good. It's not like the greatest whiskey ever. Pretty good, though. Looks like a large bottle of perfume that did. You're right. This is Crown Apple, Golden Apple 23. So this is 23-year-old Crown Royal with apple flavor. So this is so good. This is 23 years old. They took care to put this in a barrel, let it sit there for 23 years, took it out, tried it. And they're like, oh my goodness, this is so good. We should put apple flavor in it. And that's not that good. Like, you don't ruin 23-year-old whiskey with apple flavor. But it's even got like a pimp.
It's a pretty bag.
It's got a pimp sack right here. All right. It's got the pimp sack. And then it's so
Nate
ugly.
says he's headed out on the Crown.
They even color the bottle so you can't see it. This is where we're at in life right here. It's almost gone too. It's like way down here. Now I got it used. Somebody, Josh at Spillway gave it to me. He's like, you need to review this crap. That didn't sound good. When you say it like that, okay, I'll take it. It smells wonderful. I just poured it. I could smell it. You don't like the Black Steel? So it's, a lot of folks are, it was a Castle and Key, supposedly. I thought it had a great mouthfeel to it. I thought the flavors were a little young, but, if I had released that as my first release as a celebrity whiskey, I thought it was pretty good. But, to each his own. Paging Mr. Morrow, I do not. It smells great. It doesn't smell like a whiskey, but it smells wonderful. It doesn't
really
smell
good.
like $250.
It smells like caramel apple sucker. Like
Yeah, exactly.
apple sucker.
That's exactly what it is. But it's like, would you pay $250 for one of those?
No, I'll just go to the Dollar Tree and get me a caramel apple sucker.
Exactly, for $1.
I get a whole bag for $1.
Where would you go on a distillery tour in Kentucky?
Okay, you know exactly what this.
We had a good time. Well, it wasn't in Kentucky. That was in Indiana. Buffalo Trace. You got to go, Bud. Like, that's where, that's kind of, everybody's kind of catering over Buffalo Trace stuff, so I would definitely do that one. We haven't been to a ton of them yet, though. Bingham's Bourbon? Ryan Bingham? Who's Ryan Bingham?
I don't know who Ryan Bingham is.
Is that a YouTuber? Is that somebody with a TV show?
I mean, I do follow a family whose last name is Bingham
that may be what I'm thinking
on
about.
YouTube, but it's not Ryan, I don't think.
This smells wonderful.
And they don't drink, so it's not them.
It doesn't taste as one. It's still delicious.
It's like,
It's still delicious.
you know those caramel like this, it's caramel and then like the
Caramel apple suckers.
Yeah, sour
yes.
apple. They're so
It's
good.
exactly that. It doesn't. It tastes a lot like that. That is really, really good. If that were a $20 bottle of whiskey, enjoy it. For $250, I really felt like I would have wasted.
Yellowstone actor.
Oh, the Yellowstone actor. No, I have not tried his whiskey.
Mark's wife wants to take him on a tour in Kentucky. Where would they go?
Do several of them. So if you land, there's several different places on the trail. We stayed in Louisville. There's a lot of smaller distillers and stuff around there. Old Forester has a place downtown. But realistically, if you stay for a weekend, you could probably hit several different distilleries. You don't have to necessarily just pick one.
Yeah, we haven't done the trail yet, really. We only did Buffalo Trace, and
Yep.
then we did Peerless, right? That's the only ones we've been to.
Yeah, no, I didn't, we did the Four Roses pick and some stuff, but we didn't do it at their distillery.
Okay.
And you weren't at those.
I wasn't at that, yeah.
So
we also want to go
Oak
back
Eden.
and do that.
Okay. We do. We're going to do the Kentucky Bourbon Trail as a video for
We're
sure.
going to do it right.
We're going to do the whole. I want to do
do it right.
everything on the trail. Wife and I love watching both of you, especially the
Aw,
Hunts Orlando
thank you.
meetup. We're 5 minutes from Disney as a
Oh,
Discord
my
group.
goodness.
Yes, so the Discord group is the best way to share hunt spots. The problem is, like, we probably need to. I need to organize that a little better because we're traveling. We're about to travel to a lot of places, and we probably have some folks watching that are from those places or have been to those places.
Yeah, we need
and I just
some
don't have a
suggestions.
way. So I posted in Discord, but like realistically, not a lot of people are going to see it unless they just happen to be in Discord. At the time, because it's a very active Discord. So I need to find a way to interact with folks more, to organize sourcing where we should go when we're at a location. Because I'm just guessing.
Yeah.
Right. If I may get one suggestion and I go there. So like when I was in Orlando, I got the one store. What was the first one? I think it was Tom was the owner, where he gave me a bunch of samples. Somebody's like, you got to go here.
Yeah.
Went there. And then everything else just happened to be close by. So we went to all of those. Fam Drew with the Eagle. $9.99 super chat. Appreciate the support. So
Is that a war eagle?
it's just an eagle. It looks it's an eagle and an eagle. It's an eagle.
Eagle.
Yes. So this is delicious. The Crown Royal green apple, golden apple is absolutely a dessert. It is the worst possible way you could spend $250. You would be better off trying to light a big green egg to smoke some
Just go to the
Boston
Dollar
butts
Tree and
with it.
get you some green apple caramel suckers. That's just all you gotta do.
Yep. And then I wonder if we just soak those in some whiskey, what it would taste like. Doka Ryan style.
Yeah.
If you named a drink, what would it be? We used to make Kermit the Frogs here. Somebody's probably taken that one name.
Probably.
I just name it whatever color it looks like. I name it something that color. Is it possible to make a channel for upcoming trip locations? I mean, I don't think that would be a channel anybody would watch, so nobody would see those videos, right? But if we had the app, we could ping folks for their feedback or something in the app. So we might look at that when we get the app going.
Yeah, we definitely
Have
need a
regions
better way.
for channels, yeah, or maybe just a bourbon hunt channel where we can, just post and folks can see it. I did do an infinity bottle. I got a lot of very positive and very negative comments on that bottle, on that video. So still get a lot of them. Yeah. I think I got a comment yesterday. I saw somebody was like, dude, you just poured a bunch of garbage and you made garbage. I was like,
Thank you.
appreciate thanks for
being so positive.
Yeah, I can't believe how you just float around all day spreading this positivity on the internet.
No, man. I don't think people can take all that positivity.
Blueberry whiskey. I do not have a Russell Single Rick House. I need one though. Discord channel. Yeah, so we've got Discord, which is like a chat app. All the whippersnappers really know how to use Discord. I'm still kind of learning. But you should see a link there. Streamlamps just dropped a link to Discord. Hopefully that still works. If that link doesn't work, let me know. These whiskey have not.
Oh, that's a good idea.
We are on Instagram,
Did
but
you
we
come
don't.
up with that idea?
What idea? What?
Or did War Eagle 1 come up with that idea?
What idea?
The one to like take regular Crown and soak it with the suckers versus that one.
That's literally what I just said.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you said that.
Talking about somebody don't listen. She wasn't listening at all.
I wasn't really.
Yeah.
I was reading the comments. I wasn't listening to you.
The problem is,
But yeah, that would be hilarious.
it's like we had the banana whiskey, and I took regular whiskey and soaked like banana Laffy Taffies in it because that's what it tasted like. Banana Laffy Taffies, once they dissolve into a whiskey, don't taste like banana Laffy Taffies at all. So it wasn't even Discord channels. I got you. Okay, a channel.
Yes, Mark. They do those things.
Yes,
will
we
pull
will-
your teeth out. They're definitely very sticky, but they're good.
This short barrel is.
That's delicious.
You should be
excited
salivating.
about ours.
You should be salivating. This is not the normal short barrel if you've just joined us. This is one of their founders' reserves, and it is one of the better bottles of whiskey I've ever had. What was the very first bourbon you ever drank? It got to be Jim Beam. Like, I drank a lot of Jack Daniels, but it had to be Jim Beam because I'm sure, like, Marty was drinking Jim Beam or somebody like that, my brother-in-law. Yeah, I get a Discord channel. Okay, I'm sorry. There's a lot of different types of channels. I'm the only thing of YouTube channels, not Discord channels. But yes, we should create a Discord channel. That's what I said.
For a trip.
So y'all said we should create a channel for that. I said, no, that nobody would watch that. We should create a channel for that. That's what I said. Donation for your next questionable choice in your hunt. Cheers and thanks for the content. Appreciate that. Don't tread on me with the $15 super chat. We have got about 10 minutes left here. What do y'all want to talk about? Anything you want me to sample? Anything you want me to try? What do we got? I'll have one more pour
Add
for the
chat
evening.
channels to the Discord for trips and regions for people to drop hunt spots. That's a good idea.
Sounds
There you
good.
go. Done.
Yeah, this short barrels. This is out of this world. Like I wished I could
What
just.
year is it?
This is. It's a Founder's Reserve. They just gave it to me this weekend, so I don't know what year it's from, but it's 125 proof of just awesome deliciousness. And those letters on the back are too small. When I do my bottle, our letters on the back, I'm only going to be able to get 4 words because they're going to be this big.
Someone said pour the holiday soft. Matt said pour the holiday
Soft red wheat. I was just drinking that earlier. Hit the package. I don't have the 23. I got the 15.
Finish
Throwback
with a
TJ. We need
scotch.
some more tasting notes. A scotch. I think that's good. I have tried some chicken cock. The short barrel is dark. So I think we need to finish with a scotch. I just need to burn my palate
That's a good
with a
question.
scotch.
Do you think the short barrel would stand up against a BTAC in a blind?
I think
a great
I think I
question.
would be able to pick this out. I think it would hold its own, although, and I think some folks would choose it. Yes. Now, if you're like really into the subtlety and nuance of whiskey, like that's what most people are looking for, this is going to have a very distinct kind of apricot sweetness to it, which kind of dominates it a little bit. So I think its complexity might be hindered a little bit by that, although it is a very complex whiskey. Yeah, with the $1 super chat. Appreciate that. So I think it would hold its own. I would be able to pick it out of a BTAC lineup.
Oh, he said love the ears. Thank you.
But it is absolutely fantastic. So what scotch are we going for? Y'all give me an idea of what scotch we're going for.
Which one did you like that time?
None of them.
You did.
Was it Compass Box? Was that a scotch? Everything was a Compass Box. Hedonism. Buffalo Trace Antique Collection. So it's the older, higher proof Buffalo Trace stuff. Sorry. I try not to do too many acronyms, but sometimes I just forget. So we are Auburn. I'm an Auburn grad, so Compass Box Hedonism. Let's go for that. Let's go for the Compass Box Hedonism.
Chris asked Short Barrel or Frey Ranch?
This right here. Yeah. Now the Frey Ranch, we talked about that earlier. The first store pick we ever had was fantastic. The second store pick we had from them was just pretty good. So if you're talking about that first one that's fantastic, I'd probably still go this for me. I'd probably still go this. Like I really like that Frey.
You know what?
But
I think
this
you're gonna
barrel
have
strength,
to blind those one day.
But I could tell them.
How?
Do it right now. Like give me 2 fresh Glencairns, pour it right now, and I will just stand back here and look at them.
You'll see the color. Yeah, the color.
Okay, like
we don't have glasses that aren't clear.
You sure?
Yeah.
We don't have
It's fine.
anything down here.
We'll do it another night. You're doing a scotch.
You would just put I put a blindfold on.
We'll do it.
It's not even close. They
Yeah.
taste so different. You could tell them apart.
Most important question: Auburn or the dark pink?
Yeah.
Bama?
We're Auburn fans. That's what I was saying.
Auburn, War Eagle.
Man, I can't
It
find
says,
anything
"Forget
back
the
here. That's
Scotch,
the problem.
Find those instead. Lagavulin 16.
Lagavulin, Jill. They're going to give you a hard time if you say Lagavulin.
What did you just say? Lagavulin?
Yes.
Entertain us, Jill. Yeah.
You're going to get some hate like me, Jill.
I'm trying to entertain y'all. Do butterscotch. Go. They saying some bad words in here now. Forget the scotch and go for the Frey Ranch. I can't pronounce that. Lagavulin.
We're almost out of the Frey Ranch. We have to baby it now.
I know, yeah. We can't be drinking too much of that.
All right, so I
He is lost in the room, y'all. He's just back
Yeah,
there.
they can hear me though. I
rummaging
think
through
they should be
stuff.
able to hear my audio now. While I'm back, I couldn't find that. It's back there somewhere. But I did grab this Dalmore cigar malt there. I did grab that one. Is that one acceptable?
Nice mouse ears, Jules. Thank you, John. I like them. I don't know. Is this one acceptable?
Is that acceptable?
The Dalmore Cigar Malt Reserve.
The screen is blurry.
Highland
It's not blurry for me.
Single Malt Scotch Whiskey.
ASAP Rockies whiskey. Josh is way behind too, and he wants me to try ASAP Rockies whiskey. All right, let's do ASAP Rockies whiskey real quick, and then we'll have a little taste of that.
Did they send you home with the short barrel toasted 94 proof?
I've got 101 proof toasted, and then we've got, this is the Founder's Reserve, which is just, like I said, that's a different animal. How do I open this crap?
I don't know.
I'm assuming these are stickers over here. I need to open this ASAP.
Russell says he knows nothing of Scotch.
I know nothing of Scotch either.
TJ knows nothing of Scotch either. He doesn't really like Scotch.
I'm the
He
world's
tries.
I'm the world's foremost hater of Scotches.
Do I collect Disney lounge flies? Yes, as much as I possibly can.
Disney lounge flies?
That's what this was a lounge fly edition.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the flies in a lounge at Disney. Like,
No.
yeah, sure. We got those all around. They like fruit flies.
I've had this tradition with my children that every time we go to Disney, they got new ears. So we have a pretty good collection of Disney ears.
This guy here appears to be 80 proof. And no, the Discord is not for patrons only, but patrons have like their own channel. So there's like a supporter only channel, and that's where the audio will be here. After I try this, I'm gonna have a little taste of that, and then the audio only chat where everybody can talk will be in the supporter only. Dalmore 12. I don't like it. I don't know. We're gonna try the cigar malt. I may have the 12 back there. Everything back there is just so disorganized.
It's a pretty bottle.
This actually smells good. This actually, and I think this is a cheap. Is this like a 30? I think this is like a $30 bottle of whiskey.
Good?
I think it's like $30.
Oh, that does smell good. Oh, what does that smell like?
What does it smell like? What does it smell like, Gina?
I don't know.
Hedonism on the far left.
Very
out
sweet.
Here. It might have got left out here, and that might be why I couldn't find
That
it.
is very sweet.
Far left. That's going to be over here. Might be. Oh, it is out here. That's why I couldn't freaking see it. What do you think? It smells like green apple a little bit.
That's it. Well, it's a little.
Oh, it's very apple.
Very apple.
Very apple. So it like if you've had like.
It's like a little bit watered down though.
Yeah, if you've had like a Old Forester rye, it's a good pick. Appreciate the support there, fam, Drew. I don't think I'm gonna try it tonight because we're running out of time. If you've had what's Clyde Mays, like the Alabama style, that's a very like apple forward whiskey, and this tastes similar to that, but it's a little sweeter, almost artificial. Like it's almost artificial, it's almost like if you were trying to make a non-Canadian crown apple. So you've got like the Canadian, crown, you got that Canadian whiskey flavor with apple flavoring. This tasted like you did an American whiskey or a bourbon, but you added the apple flavor. And I don't know if it's artificially flavored, if all of that is just somehow naturally in there, because I think the Clyde Mays is all natural. This one is a little more artificial version of that. But if that's $30, that's not bad. Like it's not a bad whiskey for $30.
Is that like Spanish?
It's Spanish, yes. I don't
I
know what
know,
it means.
I understand.
I think he's saying wash sopa de bar something. I think that's wash the bar. I don't know.
There's a lot of them coming.
Well, then we'll get rid of somebody. I'll get rid of right here. So stop
just
the
a
spamming.
lot, you know.
I'm going to leave you in. I'm not going to kill you because I don't know what that means, but you are now in timeout.
It's just a lot of the
Middleton
same
Barry
thing.
Crockett is absolutely worth the $2.50.
Oh.
Best Irish whiskey. Interesting.
Middleton Barry Crockett.
So he did find the hedonism, but like this, if this is $30,
I can send you a sample if you want.
yes, sure. Make sure you write what it is. Compass Box Hedonism right here. We found this guy. Rich vanilla, alluring.
You like that one. You like that one.
And then we're going to jump over to the chat in Discord.
Did you notice that their coasters have this like tasting wheel on the back?
I noticed. I didn't read
That
it.
was really cool.
You should do a blind tasting between all the winners of your previous blind tastings. I agree. We should do that. Glenlivet Caribbean cask. This is light.
Yeah.
It's still, it's good. Like the sweetness of the finish overcomes some of the, what I describe as maltiness. I'm not sure it's maltiness because I get some of that same flavor on like Hennessy. And that's not malt. So I don't know if it's just pot still. I don't know if it's, something about the process that develops that flavor that I've been associating with maltiness, because all scotches have it, all Irish whiskeys have it, Japanese whiskeys tend to have it for me. But the sweetness kind of overcomes that a little bit, but it's still there. Like I don't want a whiskey that's overcoming stuff that I don't like about it. I just want good whiskey. So it's good, still don't love it. All right, guys, we are going to call it a day. This was a fantastic live stream. I appreciate everybody hanging out. Hit the like button here right at the end for me before you get out of here. If you're not subscribed, please do so. I am going to be over on Discord in the supporter-only channel. If you actually join Patreon, you can link your Discord. It should automatically give you access to the supporters-only area, and you should be able to join. If not, hit me up, and I will get you added for next week, because we try to do it every week.
Bob said he loves us, and we're the best on YouTube, and he wants a ride in Maggie.
Ooh, we need to. Maggie's been rolling good. I've been driving her everywhere here lately. We were going to take her to Atlanta, but it started storming on us, so we ended up not taking her out. Hit me up sometime, Bob. We'll do that. Appreciate it there, Chris. All right, we'll catch up with all of y'all later. Let's see here.
We're going to take the ears off for the night.
I'm hitting buttons and it's doing nothing.